Back again.
Hey, in the same studio. Shit. You ready?
Let's do it.
What? I mean, it's been turning up with the girl around us and she loving her. If we don't know you, don't go close to her. If you with your girl, let me hear you say what?
Good afternoon, good evening, good night. This is season 5, episode 15 or 14. 15 of the Reed Talk and Listen podcast. I'm your host, Nick Reed, along with my brother and co-host Trey Reed. Killer Cam on the ones and twos. How you doing tonight, man?
Bro, pretty good, man. It's live from Killer Cam studio, man. Got me feeling like we need studio vibes now.
Oh, bro, I would love nothing other than to have an actual studio where we can come and you know what I'm saying, have our weekly meeting. You know, we obviously have it. Obviously hours on the phone, you know what I'm saying, but in our weekly podcast, but being in the same room, it just bring a little different vibe to it.
Oh yeah, it definitely get the creative juices flowing and come up with crazy ass ideas. I think it need to happen, man.
Exactly. Not only does it, bring a different feel to it, man, but it's almost a lot easier. Sitting in the room having a conversation with somebody is a lot easier when you're actually sitting in the same room. Whenever we're just talking to the screen, sometimes I know you're my brother, obviously, and everything like that. But it's like I'm talking to my computer screen.
Yeah, and you got to watch the other person. Like the conversation don't feel as natural.
Exactly, man. Exactly. But you've been at home for a while, and we figured it out. Shout out to the super producer Killer Cam, man, for figuring out how to actually go live, because we've done a podcast in the same place before, but never been able to go live, interact with the people and stuff like that. While we've been in the same place, man. So shout out to the super producer, Killer Cam, man.
Already. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we did it down at Alley Cats. Shout out to the cats at Alley Cats.
Facts.
But yeah, that show wasn't live, you know what I'm saying? We were just a pre-recorded show, then posted it later, which it got a lot of it got a lot of buzz around the city.
It did get a lot of buzz. Shout out my guy Fozzie right there. He said, "What up? What's good, Foz?
What's good?"
When we get the studio really, really rocking, we'll be able to have y'all fall through and stuff like that, man. But y'all see here, man. We over here in Killer Studios. Shout out to my guy. Follow him over there on the Instagram at Killer Cam, KILLR Cam. You see what's right here beside me, man. I promise you that ain't it. So you guys to go follow my guy. He gonna hook you up with all the Air Max needs, goodies, where they at, where to find them, who got them, what new ones about to drop. You know what I'm saying? I get a text every time. I'm a dunk guy. You know what I'm saying? But I get a text every time a nice dunk is about to drop. Hey, you got your notifications turned on? This dunk about to hit, be ready, whatever. So my guy keep me right, man. If y'all want that, y'all go follow him over there on the Instagram.
Oh, definitely. Hey, hanging around Cam just like the last 2 weeks, man. It's got my mind flowing, man. We got some projects in the works that we hope will get done. I think they will get done working with him because he's definitely the sneaker dude. So this crossover game is going to be dope.
Exactly, man. I'm ready for it. Speaking of what's also going on since you've been home is the Xbox giveaway.
Man, hey, I was gonna bring it with me on my way over here, and then I didn't do it. Then I get here, you're like, bro, you should have bought the Xbox. So I'm like, I can go back across town, but it's like, no, I should about to start.
Exactly, man. So we got the Xbox giveaway. If you don't have your entries in yet, make sure you get them in, man. Make sure you get over there to the post, the graphic, the giveaway graphic, and like that thing, share that thing, comment on it, tag 2 friends, 3 friends, I think it is over there. Tag the 3 friends, and then get over to the Instagram. Give us a follow over there. That's gonna give you another entry. Get over to the YouTube. Follow us on the YouTube. Shout out to everybody that's been going over to the YouTube, by the way.
I know, man. The numbers been going up.
Yeah, random subscribers up on the YouTube. That boy Kevin Hancock said, I got a song called My Shoe Game Nasty. If y'all want the video. Hey, shout out to that boy, country boy Kev, doing his thing over there in the music scene, man, around the area right now, man. Shout out to him, man. Hey, yeah, we gonna holler at you on that.
Oh, for sure.
On them shoes, on that shoes nasty, country Kev. But get over there, follow those pages, man. Subscribe to the YouTube. Shout out to everybody that's been going crazy on the YouTube. And then tag your friends. That's gonna get you entry. Then make sure you get over there to Carbon TV and like the Dreaded Archer podcast. Send us the screenshot, and that's gonna get you an extra entry, man. 5 entries for a chance to win this Xbox, man. We're gonna get this Xbox, a controller, and Halo Infinite to somebody, man, just for following the page. No fees, no
purchases,
raffle.
nothing.
Just
Free.
follow the pages.
Just follow. It's click. It's free. So I gotta do click, share, tag, you in. That's it.
Exactly. What's been y'all's what's been your favorite part so far of the giveaway? Like seeing what have you been liking to see the most?
Just the interaction with the people, like knowing that people are actually seeing it and taking action.
Exactly, man. I did see influx of bots come through the Instagram the other day. Shout out to the Instagram people over there, man, for cleaning that up for us. They sent a little message or whatever. So shout out to the people over there Instagram for cleaning that up for us, man. You can't win it like that. You know what I'm saying? I wish y'all could, but you can't win it like that. All right. So you the bot thing ain't gonna work. Instagram obviously has some type of watch on that to see, you know, they ain't real accounts or whatever. So that ain't gonna work. Shout out to y'all for trying to win it or whatever. But make sure y'all enter the right way, man, and we're gonna get this thing to somebody who hopefully deserves it.
Oh, definitely, man. Like who don't want a free Xbox? You can hop on. Yeah, I mean, hop on, play Call of Duty with your boy, Nick. I don't play, but I will be getting on it, after being home and seeing everybody that I know playing. And I'm like, I got the Xbox, got the setup, might as well go and get it cracking. So, hey, you might get the Xbox and you can hop on and play on an RTL server or something.
Exactly, man. If you're on the Call of Duty running around the war zone one night and you see a bunch of people with RTL clan tags and you get mopped up, it's a good chance that it is us. It has spread where these random people running around with RTL. So if they saying some nasty stuff in the group in the chat, man, that's probably not us, but we definitely are on the Xbox. So if you win this, you get a chance to rock out with us a couple of nights on there, man. And we don't discriminate. If you got a PS5, we'll let you rock too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But in the sports news, man, some huge news. A lot of stuff we're gonna get to. Obviously, NBA basketball, all that good stuff, man. But Bronny James, anything that goes on with the James gang, we're gonna come here first and report it every time, man. But Bronny James finally makes his decision. He's gonna be a USC Trojan next year. How do you feel about
that? I don't know. It seems like all the celebrities or kids end up going to USC or like UCLA, some school in California. You know what I'm saying? But that's where they're living now. He technically be a hometown boy. I think it's gonna be good for USC. It's gonna be good for LA. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be a good fit. You know what I'm saying? He'll also be teaming up with Dennis Rodman's son, who just committed as well. So you're gonna have 2 sons of NBA greats on the same team. I mean, hopefully they gel right and have some good basketball over at USC.
Exactly, man. I think it's gonna be a great fit. Obviously, Bronny James being one of the top earners of NIL money from any high school player out there right now. So
it's like what 7.5 mil.
Yeah, 7 point something mil, whatever. More deals coming in daily. But so him being on that high of a level NIL wise, staying in California or staying on the West Coast, Hollywood, if you want to say, you know what I'm saying?
Big market.
Exactly. It's a huge chance for him to grow his career a lot faster than his dad did. Off the court. You know what I mean? Obviously, the Nike deal with LeBron was huge in the beginning, as far as getting on TV, getting in movies, and everything like that. I think we'll see that from Bronny immediately. Whereas we didn't see it from LeBron outside of the Nike stuff until Sprite, which was like almost 6 or 7 years into it.
Yeah, he had Sprite deal, and think about this: LeBron owns a media company.
Yep.
So, he could have a whole show, almost kind of like Barstool did with Prime and Jackson State. He could almost have the same thing with just him at USC. You know what I'm saying? In his road to the NBA. Listen to an interview with LeBron James. I thought it was hilarious. And you can tell he was kind of being funny with it, but it was also all factual. He was saying, like, we're all proud of Bronny, because he's the first person in our family to ever go to college. Like, I didn't go to college, and it's like, you think about it, like, damn, LeBron didn't go to college, and, look how successful he was in the league, but just saying like he's not only proud that his son is going to play basketball in college, he's proud that his son is going to be the first James member or James family member to grace the college campus.
Exactly. And I love that comment, and it was great. And obviously, being the first in your family to go to college is a great feat, a great accomplishment. But at the same time, we know that they're all thinking it's a one and done situation. So he says Bronny's commitment to USC also helps USC recruiting on everything. Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
Bronny James being on campus, knowing LeBron's going to be on campus, knowing you can get in that circle.
Yep.
It's a lot of things that it helps out. But I just what was I saying before that comment? Oh yeah, the one and done. He can say, "Oh, he's going to be the first guy to go to college and everything like that." But he's not going to finish.
No, it's a stepping stone.
He's not going to finish college. Stop. I get it. I like the comment and everything like that or whatever. But this whole thing is a one and done plan, especially if LeBron wants to live out his dream that he's been talking about for the past, 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
I want to play with Bronny at least 1 year. I think I can last long enough to at least play with Bronny. We want to be the first father and son to actually play on the same team at the same time. And maybe even be the first father-son championship duo if he can.
Oh, that'd be.
If dope. He can sustain it for that long,
that'd be dope.
Yeah,
that'd bring nothing but more hate to the James family. But, but I would love to see it. But check this out. So, going off what Bolt said, it's going to do a lot for USC recruiting and all that.
Was that Bolt?
Oh, my bad, Surratt. My bad. But what you call it? If you're Bronny, do you keep a small circle at USC? Because everybody's going to want to be in your circle.
I mean, I think if you're Bronny, you use the same tactics. Hopefully, you've been using your entire life. You know who your dad is. You know who you are now. Everybody's not there. Everybody's not there with good intentions. I guess the best way I can put it. So, I mean, I think you've been through that your entire life already at this point, you're Bronny James. So, I don't think he necessarily has to keep a small circle, but just keep, you know what I'm saying? Keep the people around you, they're supposed to be around you.
Yeah, for sure. Because people going to latch on like, hey, man, I know I'm not going to the league, but I'm going to latch on, get in Bronny's back pocket, and maybe I can be in his
And that's fine. And that's fine because, you're not going to the league. You may not be going to the league, but are you in here? Are you at USC studying to be what? Are you at USC studying to go into videography? Can you be on my team?
Yeah.
You can be around me.
Yeah. If you're an asset.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. So that's fine.
We got a couple comments. Oh, dang, comments is flying.
I got this cat around me that, you know what I'm saying? We homies, we kick it. He played on the basketball team with me. He turned into a videographer. Now he out here doing all this stuff. And now, we got a team. We got a team. Coach Surratt says, question, if they didn't have to go to college, is he good enough to go straight to the NBA? No. I don't think so. Is he good enough?
I mean, some scouts say that he's NBA ready. He could go. Now I say he get drafted, but he might spend a couple years or a year in the G League.
Sources told me today he's only taking virtual only classes. I believe it. And I bet that's a huge option at USC.
Yeah.
But I think he may be ready to be in the NBA. That's another difference. I'm glad that came up. Is he an NBA talent?
That's a lot of ugly on that couch. Hey, boy, gotta be hating.
Well, we got a spot right here for you to come blend it all in. Hey, thought with no comments coming through every single time. Every single time.
Online classes, virtual.
The virtual online classes, that's what he said in the comment.
Yeah.
But I was already on a rant before that.
I shine like we lost it.
Dang, Surratt, you be coming in at the wrong time, man. I'll be on my soapbox and then Surratt just come through and
Oh
yeah, there's guys in the NBA. This is off the notes, so I had to have somebody bring me back to that. This is way off the notes. But there are guys in the NBA who are NBA talent, but we're not talking about them.
Exactly.
They're just in there. And we talking about them all the time because we say, oh, that guy's trash. Well, obviously he's good enough to be in the NBA, but he ain't LeBron. He ain't KD. He ain't Steph. He ain't, you know what I'm saying? None of them cats. So yes, Bronny could probably be in the NBA, but will he be in the NBA and be able to play to a standard that we gonna hold him to
Exactly.
at this level?
And
I don't think so.
And being the son of LeBron James, everything is a strategic move. They're not going to do anything that's going to cause any kind of detriment to their name and to their brand. So every move he makes is definitely being calculated by his dad, by Maverick Carter, and the whole like James entourage staff. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, because let's just say Bronny would have went the Zaire Wade route or the Lonzo Ball, or not Lonzo, but LaMelo Ball route, and he goes overseas, and which they can't do that no more. I think, but he goes overseas and plays in some other league or whatever. He goes to the G League, straight out of high school or whatever, and he ain't ready. And now he don't get drafted the next year, none of that. So then what? You know, that's gonna be a real hit to the King. So I think he got to go to college. He has to. We see it with Zaire Wade too. I think if Zaire Wade would have went to a big D1.
Yeah. Where did he go?
I think he either went straight to he either went overseas or he went straight or played for some organization.
Well, whatever he went, he disappeared.
Hey, that's just the light shining, baby. Them things Gucci. Them things Gucci, baby. That boy trying to talk about my knees. Hey, I can't make it with
about
Britt.
my knuckles.
I can't make it with Britt. I did put out a TikTok talking about Trey's knuckles, so that's fine. But will he get to play with his pops? That's the big question. Will it happen?
I think it will. LeBron hadn't shown any signs of retirement or not having anything left in the tank. So I think he'll, next season he'll do his thing, and then Bronny comes out, he'll play that one season with them, and then however that season turns out, we might see LeBron retire. I mean, what better way to do a retirement tour than with your son on the team?
I agree with that. But I've already told you LeBron won't get that. LeBron won't get that retirement tour like everybody else got.
I think he will, because it'll be he's finally leaving.
He played at too high of a level. He's still busting ass. That's the difference. And I don't want to get way off on my LeBron soapbox, even though I hope one day he come across the podcast and be like, "Damn, them boys was cutting for me."
Have us on the barbershop?
Yeah, straight like that. But I think as long as he's still busting ass, that he won't get a farewell tour.
Yeah.
Because when Kobe, you know what I'm saying, RIP to the Mamba. But when Kobe was on his farewell tour, it's been 3 seasons really before he, since he really been busting some,
Yeah.
He really been busting ass. Who else went on that? When Vince Carter went on his farewell tour, hell, it'd been like 10 seasons since he was busting ass. Done. You know what I'm saying? Like all these guys that we saw get their farewell tour and everything like that were far past playing competitive basketball.
Right. They're just kind of just role players at that point.
Well, we see LeBron right here in year 20, 3-1 to everybody out there. Matter of fact, they playing right now, or they about to get ready to play.
Yep.
They all on the West Coast. All the games on the West Coast because they playing Golden State. But they playing right now. So
the rest said, LeBron won't leave until he does.
He won't leave until he plays with Bronny.
It says, and the owner and the leagues all want LeBron on their team. So he having a problem going anywhere.
Hey, WAP, I see you on the stream right here, man. I seen you text message. I got you, my boy. I'm gonna check them dates and we're gonna lock that in. We're gonna lock that in for sure. But I just he won't get out of the league until he plays. Oh, but Bronny has to make it to the league.
He gonna make it.
It's all rests on Bronny.
He gonna make it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Some teams gonna pick him up because they know if we get him, we're gonna get LeBron. And if anything, it's gonna put asses in the seats, and that's what it's all about when you're in the front office.
Yeah, if you can get LeBron and Bronny on the same team, and then somehow, I don't know how long he can play, y'all. I put a number on it on a recent show. I can't remember what it was. If any of y'all remember, let me know. But I think it was like 5. I said 5 years tops. You know what I'm saying? 3 really good ones. You know what I'm saying? And then 2, like, all right, my boy. You know what I'm saying? It's time to get up out of here.
Now if he sits around and get that 4th one this year, No, fifth one. If he get that fifth one, now I think if he get that fifth one this year, we're gonna see a whole nother LeBron that we have not seen next season, because now he's really gonna be trying to get that six so he can either even the score with Jordan or whatever. Man, I'm telling you.
Hey, look,
Because you're that close.
This is what
you're
I'm
that close.
This
You
is
can
why.
taste it. You
This
can
is
taste
why.
it.
This is why 6 matters nothing to LeBron. Because think about all the good things LeBron has done. There's always a counter. There's always something else to be said about it, no matter what he's done. All right. And
All right.
you already know, as a person who's had plenty of heated LeBron arguments, you know what's coming as soon as he gets 6.
Oh yeah, he ain't undefeated in the finals.
Exactly, but it wasn't 6-0. Well, hell, it took him 12 times.
But how many? But then the argument is that how many players have played in the league and
They haven't.
even
They haven't.
got
They
one.
haven't. They
They not
haven't.
even got one.
But that don't matter though. That's been the same. That's been the same since that you know. So that's been a key factor in the argument since the beginning of the argument. So that don't even matter. It's about a bunch of Charles Barkley, who we watch and listen to on TNT, the biggest basketball sports show out there, has no ring.
No ring. It's standing right next to Shaq in the Hall of Fame.
So that's been a factor in the argument the whole time, but it's been overlooked, or people look, they see what they want to see. So it's been, that part's been swept to the side, or whatever you want to say about it. So I just think chase for 6 for LeBron is nothing. I think at this point it's just win as many as you can. You know what I'm saying? Just because those losses, you can't bring them back.
No, you
You
can't.
can't bring back that Mavs loss. You
Yeah.
can't bring back none of them Golden State losses. You can't bring back that San Antonio loss. They in the book. It's 4 and whatever, 5 and whatever, 6 and whatever. It'll never be 6-0. So that means nothing. Or to him, I don't think.
Unless he rattle off 6 in a row. Ain't nobody done that.
If LeBron can rattle off 6 in a row, which I'm gonna skip all the way to the bottom of the show. I know it's getting LeBron heavy in this thing. Who do y'all think? Who do y'all have in the finals? Come on, Wop. You know who I got in the finals every year until he gone. Until he gone.
It's gonna be Philly.
It's gonna be a rematch 2020. It's gonna be a rematch of the what they call it? The bubble.
The bubble.
It's gonna be Heat Lakers. And the same outcome. Heat Lakers with the same outcome, baby. Hey.
No, I think it's gonna be Philly. Philly Lakers.
You think it's gonna be Philly Lakers?
Yes, sir. Philly Lakers.
No, Philly about to get beat,
Philly,
right?
Philly is leading.
They leading. They gonna what's the name? They're gonna come back.
Celtics.
Yeah, Boston. They're gonna come back.
Doubt
man.
it. Doubt it.
Yeah. So I got Miami. I got Miami, LA. In the finals, and I got LA coming out on top.
Lakers in 5-4.
I got Lakers in 5 the whole way, except that Nugget series. If they play the Nuggets, I think
that's gonna be a hard fought series. That's gonna be a hard fought series.
I think I'd rather play KD in them.
Yeah, hell yeah. Because man, Joker, he unorthodox, man.
It's just the Lakers ain't got nothing for it. You gonna have AD Tristan Thompson gonna start playing?
It's a matchup issue.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like what they gonna do with Joker? He gonna get it. He gonna get his 40. He gonna score 40 on Lakers a night. And that's what I'm saying. I don't want to play them if I'm LeBron and them. And I think LeBron probably thinking the same thing.
Yep.
I don't want to really play Joker now. So,
but the way they look like they gonna get out that series.
Oh yeah, they beat
early.
They
tomorrow night they gonna close it out.
They busting heads over there, boy.
And I hope you KD lovers will start giving him his lashings, because he ain't doing.
I'm glad you said that. This is about to turn into a basketball podcast. Hey, it's a bunch of eyes closed and turn the other cheek going on right now.
A whole lot of it.
Hey,
a whole lot of cap.
Whole lot of cap shit down there. Whole lot of cap shit going on down there. You know what I'm saying? Why ain't nobody talking about KD? Why ain't nobody talking about Steph Blurry? I don't call this ain't Steph Curry right here. This Steph Blurry. You know, why ain't nobody talking about that? In series where LeBron has dropped 40 and 30 and all that and lost, he's got nothing but
talk,
hate, nothing but slander. But now it's happening. Wop, please don't go away right here. I really need you to answer this for me. I really need you to answer this for me, because I know you're a basketball fan for real. Why is nobody talking? Even the sports writers, even the people that do what we do on the real big stage, ain't talking about it. Stephen A., where you at? This your time to shine.
Your time.
Skip. This your time to shine.
Skip. Where you at, Skip?
Come on, Skip. You know what I'm saying? This y'all's time to shine, and nobody's talking about the dropping of games, the terrible fourth quarter and clutch time misses of Steph Curry. Klay Thompson, where the hell you at?
Oh my goodness. Oh, buddy. He had 3 points the other night for Golden State. Light skinned cat.
Poole.
Oh, Jordan Poole.
Yeah, y'all didn't let Draymond slap him stupid. And nobody's talking about this. Nobody's talking about this. Literally, all the focus in the NBA is still on LeBron. Everybody's just still on the edge of their seats. Let me scoot up one time. Everybody on the edge of their seats waiting on Bron to fail. While KD getting blazed. Steph obviously getting blazed because I watched in this series.
Klay Thompson is missing.
All the Warriors, everybody on my social media and everything that's a Warriors fan, it's an excuse after excuse after excuse after excuse. What y'all gonna say when it's finally over? What if y'all don't come back? What's gonna be the excuse then? What y'all gonna say for Steph? Does Steph get notches taken out of his belt for getting beat? What could be? He could get beat 4-1 at home.
Mm-hmm.
Is anybody gonna say something about that?
No, I ain't gonna say
Giannis got beat in the first round.
Ain't nobody said nothing yet.
He on Twitter talking about some, I'm coming. Well, you was already there. You ain't no lower level cat in the league working your way up. But is that the LeBron effect? Is LeBron such a pinnacle in this league that even a guy like Giannis feels like he's still an underdog trying to fight his way up? Bro, you've been MVP. Finals MVP. What?
He's won with two. He's won 2 MVPs
And been the Finals MVP one time.
Yep.
You ain't a rising star.
You there, player? You there?
Where you going? He talking, I'm coming. Where you coming to?
Where you coming from?
Where
you coming
vacation?
Hey, we got a comment.
Hey, he said, I've been talking about this. They've been awful. I've never seen Durant shoot this bad. I'm glad. I knew you was a real hooping fan, man. I knew you was going to notice it.
Keep it neutral.
But it's just, it's baffling. I guess I could say. I didn't
it's not, because we can literally watch sports commentators the morning of a game, and they will talk, oh, there's no way that LeBron, or not to say LeBron, any player, there's no way he can win this game. They're not going to take this game on the road, and then it happens. So i.e. LeBron and them go into Golden State and get one.
Yeah.
Then it's like, oh, we always knew, like, he's a deadly man. Any given time he can do this. You literally 8 hours ago were saying that this will not happen. It happens, and now you're switching your tune, and we all just ignore it.
We all ignore it. We let them get away with it. And right now we're letting these players that we normally hold, or at least we hold LeBron to this type of standard. We normally hold these other caliber players to this standard as well. But now that LeBron is in the playoffs this year and winning in the playoffs this year, everybody else getting a pass.
They get off the hook.
I can't stand behind that. I've always said that sports fans are the worst people in this.
But but sometimes it's the big brother, little brother effect. Big brother go if when he act up, he get all the hate. Not hate, but mom and daddy gonna punish him. You know what I'm saying? Little brother could be doing the same shit, and ain't nobody gonna say nothing. But when big brother is doing the straight narrow and little brother messing up, parents still ignore little brother. That's all it is, and that's what's going on. The NBA, sports fans, sports writers, all that. LeBron is doing his thing. They're ignoring what the lower level players are doing.
Curry can shoot 3 for 16 from 3 and won't say a word, and that's true.
True,
and that's true, man. And they're playing terrible basketball. Not terrible basketball, but terrible basketball compared to what we think of the Golden State Warriors. The NBA is rigged. Lakers win series, but will clinch at home. Warriors win 112-90. So Warriors gonna win tonight, 112-90. That's what you're saying. Do we got a score update on that game right
I
now?
don't think it started yet. Cause what?
It's 8:45. It has
So
no, it still ain't started yet.
yeah,
It's at 9. Starting at 9. I
yeah,
can't do the late games, man.
they 2 hours behind us.
Yeah. That's the late night show tonight, bro. Go ahead and take it home. I'm gonna be asleep probably, but go ahead and take it home, baby. But I don't know why we letting these guys off the hook, man. Sports fans are trash. We're showing it right now that we're still trash, and we can't get away from it.
That's just how it's always been, how it's always gonna be.
If you tuned into the podcast right now, man, we appreciate you for being here. We appreciate you for listening, watching, whatever you're doing right now, man. Go ahead and get over there. Hit that like button on this first, then share this, and then get over to the YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. Get over to the Instagram at the RTL Podcast over there on the Instagram. Follow the Instagram page. If you do that right now, that's gonna put you in a chance to win a free Xbox. Then you get over to my guy right here at DA_dreaded Archer 17 over there for all your bow hunting needs, all your bow hunting guiding, all your how to stock, how to build your bow. He even gives away bows from time to time over there on that page.
Oh, yeah, I got a giveaway coming up.
Exactly, man. So make sure y'all get over there. Got some fun stuff coming up over there too, man. Tack coming up. He got a bunch of shoots lined up. Y'all gonna want to see all that footage, man. So make sure y'all get over there to at DA_dreaded Archer 17 on the Instagram, man, and give him a follow. And then get over to my super producer right here, man. Killer Cam, KILLR Cam on the Instagram, man. Give him a follow. Then last but not least, myself at Big Poppy _ONE9 on the gram, man. And, hey, a big one, a big one is getting over to that YouTube, man.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Get over to that YouTube and hit the subscribe button. Like I said on the Instagram, if you hit the YouTube subscribe button until what, June 5th?
Yep.
Until June 5th, if you hit that YouTube subscribe button, that's going to put you in you put your name in the hat or in the shoebox, I should say, to win a free Xbox X Series, man. We ain't giving away no Xbox One. We ain't giving away no S. We ain't giving away none of that. We're giving away that X, man, that brand new, man, that next gen, whatever you want to call it. We got it, and it's going to one of y'all for free, man. Just go hit that subscribe and follow buttons on all them pages, man. And then if you go over there and comment, tag 2 friends, you're going to get another entry. And then if you get over there to our guys at Carbon TV and follow my boy right here at the Dreaded Archer, like his podcast over there, Dreaded Archer Podcast, send us a DM screenshot that you did that. And we're going to put your name in the hat again, man. You can get up to 5 entries on that Xbox. We're going to get that thing away.
Boom.
Just like that, man. Hey, y'all, make sure y'all do that. Make sure y'all do that. Hey, Brett McPherson said, what is the broadheads that the Dreaded Archer uses?
Hey, severed broadheads, baby. Severed mechanical broadheads. 120 grain, 2-inch cut diameter. Hey, them jokers is bad, man. It's bad. I'm normally a fixed broadheads guy, but after playing around and shooting severs, I ain't going back.
Man. Shout out to the guys over at Severed Broadheads, man. The official broadhead of Team Dreaded Archer, man.
Hey, check this out. And they are the only broadhead company that they sell their broadheads individually. So you don't have to buy, if you don't want to drop $30, $40 on 3 broadheads that you might not like, you can go over there and buy one for $15.99. You know what I'm saying? Save that money.
Straight like that, man. Shout out to them guys.
In the broadheads, you can lock them. For those who don't, you know what I'm saying, like shooting field points and then having to readjust your bow when you put the broadheads on, you can actually put their broadhead on, put it in practice mode, lock the blades in. You can practice with your actual broadhead. So they doing big things over there at Sever. They're a young company, but they taking the market over by storm.
Exactly, man. Sever broadheads. Hey, I knew they were legit before I ever even got to shoot Sever broadhead. I knew they were legit because I'm just part of Team Dreaded Archer. None of my Instagram or none of that says, that, everyone says that I'm part of it, but like my title or none of that says Dreaded Archer, none of that. Right. And you as soon as you called me, he was like, hey, we got these guys linked in for using their broadheads or whatever. I was like, okay, cool. What's the name of it? And by the time you got it out, boom, they hit me, they followed me on Instagram and they sent me a message, you know what I'm saying? Like saying what's up and stuff. So I was like, okay. shout out to them guys for them taking their time out to find me. Go find me on there or whatever.
Oh yeah, shout out to
Send that
Connor
message.
and them guys over at Sever, man. They good people.
For sure, man. So hey, if you're out there getting into the archery game when the season comes around and you ready to get out there and you kind of wavering in between what you're gonna use, you don't know what to use. Hey, slide on over to Sever Broadheads, man. Even send them an email, whatever you gotta do, man. They're gonna hook you up. They're gonna get you right.
For sure.
Who else? We gotta get some shout outs. Hey, shout out to the blind. Go ahead and give a shout out.
Oh yeah, hey, oh yeah.
Shout out to that boy Brian Bolt and Garrett over there at the Blind, man, the Blind TV, the Blind Podcast, man. Check them guys out over on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Facebook. They're everywhere, man. Spring season is what they're calling this slew of episodes that's about to come out, man. So y'all make sure y'all go check that. It's a waterfowl podcast, man, but they know about a little bit of everything in the outdoors. All right. So get over there. It's not just for duck hunting. They got some cool stuff coming through there. If you go back and watch some of the episodes from season 1, also produced by the super producer Killer Cam, man. You're gonna see they got a bunch of gear and I got a bunch of guys that they linked in with that's not some bad guys that you probably want to be linked in with too.
Exactly.
So definitely get over there to the Blind, man. Check them out. A bunch of gear reviews, a bunch of stuff like that. Retrieval stuff, stuff for your side by sides and outdoors, ammo, decoys. I mean, they got a bunch of sponsors over there and a bunch of guys that are willing to help and get people involved in waterfowl hunting and stuff like that, man. Even linked in with the Arkansas game, Fish and Game or Game and Fish, whichever way they go. Linked in with those guys, man, giving you tips, how to stay safe out in the woods, how to stay inside the parameters, the rules, and everything like that. Public land, private land, all that good stuff, man, is over there on the Blind, man. So check them guys out. And they even got some pretty good merch. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if they're gonna keep moving forward with that. I might have just, said a little too much, but hey, they got some. They had some pretty good merch, so they might keep it going. You know what I'm saying? I got my hat. I don't know.
and the new setup is dope. The new setup is dope, man.
Exactly. The new setup is dope. Shout out StreamYards. Another, if y'all listening, another group that we brought over here to the StreamYards. Give ourselves a pat on the back for that.
For $25.
But yeah, shout out to StreamYards, man. The platform looks good. The new show looks good. That first episode y'all dropped on Spotify was my favorite, but they took it down. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I'm like, hey, them boys coming in hard.
But shout out to the Blind, man. Hey, shout out Say Grace. It's what season coming up?
Mother's Day.
Mother's Day. She got the Mother's Day treat boxes going for y'all right now, man. So get over to the Facebook group, the Instagram, Say Grace Home Cooked Meals and Desserts. Hit her up in the DMs. Go ahead and get your little pre-orders in. Don't end up in the doghouse. I know a bunch of y'all ended up in the doghouse around Valentine's Day. So don't end up in the doghouse around Mother's Day. That's a lot harder to get out of than that Valentine's Day. So get over there to Say Grace Home Cooked Meals and Dessert and get your Mother's Day treat.
Do it.
Who else we got?
That's about it.
That's about it, man. Hey, if you want your name called right there, hit us up.
Hit us up.
We'll get you locked in and get you put right there, right there in the section. Oh yeah, commercial and all. Right here. Let it rock on the RTL podcast, man. Joker. We mentioned Joker earlier.
Yeah.
Right. He got a little altercation in this series. Originally thought it was with a fan, but it ended up being the Suns owner, actually.
Why is he on court? So I did courtside. Like I normally think like the owners sit in the box, the sky boxes, but he's on the sideline, courtside with with the general pop, and he's grabbing Joker as if he's just a regular fan, like just grabbing him, and he got chest checked.
He got chest checked, and I think I'm not mad at him for sitting on the sideline, right? Nobody's mad at Mark Cuban.
No.
And he sits on the sideline every single game.
He ain't grabbing folks.
No, I mean, but that the him being on the sideline doesn't correlate with the situation that happened.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? To my point, Mark Cuban ain't out here grabbing people. But he sits on the sideline every game. I'm sure plenty of other owners sit on the sideline too, because it's basketball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you not sit on the sideline? But the situation that happened was stupid. Like Joker was clearly just trying to get the rock. All right.
Right.
He's just trying to get the ball. There is no need for you to grab him, touch him, none of that. As a fan, especially as the owner of the other team.
Exactly.
Anything you do in that situation is really the wrong move, besides doing nothing.
Yeah, stand there. You watching the game, just stand there.
Grabbing the ball, your homie grabbing on Joker, you trying to grab on him. Luckily, he just nudged you a little bit. He could have, you know what I'm saying? He could have went in on you. But as soon as the news came out, I knew the fine was getting handed.
See, I didn't think they was gonna fine him. I'm like, yeah, he too big of a star, and they're not gonna fine him or like suspension. I was like, I ain't gonna do none of that because they didn't want to mess up the series. But then they came up with $25K. $25K, which I'm pretty sure that the Nuggets will pick up. If I'm Joker, I'm telling them, hey, look, y'all would have picked this up because I ain't coming out of pocket.
Yeah, I think the Nuggets probably picked that up. That was a you did what you know because he didn't know that was the owner.
Yeah,
because had that been a regular fan, there is no $25K fine.
Exactly.
But
he made a phone call.
Oh yeah, I mean yeah, phone call, whatever. I think it was already put in place. Like as soon as it happened, like yeah, and Joker knew it. The Nuggets, everybody knew it. Like you're getting something.
Yeah.
You know, you just push down
a multi-billionaire.
Exactly, you're getting something. What does Adam Silver look like if he does nothing about this?
Because technically that guy's his boss.
so something was gonna happen regardless. I knew he wasn't gonna get like ejected or suspended for a game or nothing like that. But they had to hand down something, man. They gave him a little $25K fine, which I'm sure the Nuggets probably gonna, like you said, pick up.
But you know what's weird to me is like you would think after the melee in the Palace that people would leave these players alone. Like
we're headed back there.
Oh yeah, we gonna get there. I want another one.
We're meeting up with the generation that don't give a damn, and the fans who think they on their phone. But but he right there. He can touch you.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And we get into the generation, of not giving a damn about them fines, not giving a damn about there being 150 cameras in here,
or not giving a damn about sitting out a couple weeks. I don't care.
Exactly. We're getting to that generation, and I also think we're getting to a fed up point. Not just in basketball, but across all sports, between like the fans and the player not being protected by his or her league.
Yep.
When it comes down to the fans.
Oh, because here's my thing. If you worked at Super One, Walmart, and I came in and was grabbing on you and pushing you up against shit, you gonna have to see. Oh, I'm gonna have to see you. We gonna fight.
Yeah.
That's what it's gonna come down to. Players are gonna stop allowing fans to throw shit at them, to grab them, slap them upside the head. A lot of players are getting tired of people getting talked to crazy. Like, I'm at my job, bro. I'm here to entertain you. Sit there, be entertained, go home, kiss your family, go to bed. You don't need to be grabbing on me. You don't need to be spitting at me. You don't need to be cussing at me. I don't come to your job and do that shit. But I would love for NBA players to go to common people's job and mess with them. That'd be great.
I agree with you in totality with that. But at the same time, the Walmart worker or the Super One worker or whoever it is are not playing in the NBA. They're not. Their job is not. Their job is not that type of arena. It's not that type of style.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's that's part of your job, the heckling. But the heckling is just going too far. It's going to a whole nother level.
Yeah.
And that's where it's coming into play at. Like, I'm fine with being heckled. A lot of these players, that's gonna happen. I've been getting heckled since I was in high school. If you've been following for it.
Right.
You've been getting heckled. But you're not talking about my athleticism. You're not talking about my play. You coming at me as a man.
Yeah.
You coming at me as a person. And that's where the disconnect is coming between the fans.
Oh, yeah.
Fans ain't understanding that behind that jersey is a whole real human.
Family, bills, and all.
And so that's where it's happening at. And then also on the flip side, our leagues aren't doing enough to protect the players or to block the players from the fans.
Yeah.
Like, it's too much.
I'm too accessible.
Exactly. The experience now is at my my behalf.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You gonna let the fans like the Russell Westbrook last thing that happened when he was in the Clippers playing against Phoenix. Well, they got the players walking through the you could pay to sit in this little lounge, and the players walk through the lounge. Nothing separating the players from the fans.
Yeah.
The players just walk through the lounge. All right. Well, Russell Westbrook walking through the lounge, Buddy's kid sitting there eating his nachos, and Buddy sitting on the couch, and he starts talking crazy to Russell Westbrook. Well, shit, Russell Westbrook, like, what's up? It's me and you. We right here.
Space and opportunity, players. Space and opportunity.
All right. The security gets in between them, blase, all that good stuff. But it was too easy for that fan. Anything could have happened. When he was walking through, the little boy could have just threw the nacho. You know, anything.
Yeah.
We're taking away that wall. Like, you're not part of this. When you used to go to a game, like even myself now, when I go to a game now, it don't feel the same. I know I'm not a kid no more, but it don't feel the same as when I used to go to games in earlier years.
Right.
When I would go to games, when I was young and would go to games, I was there watching the players and watching the games, but I could clearly tell, I could feel the separation.
Yeah.
I can feel the separation between us and the fans and the game that was going on. Now, when I go to a game, especially in my job, but now when I go to a game, I'm there. I can touch, I can grab, I can push, I can hit anybody in the whole place.
Yeah.
And I think that's where a lot of it's coming on. NBA, the only professional sport where fans can touch the players, just raise the stands where they can't get access to the players.
Yeah, true.
That too, but even in the NFL. You got access to the players. How many players are getting bombarded right there when they walk in at the tunnel right there? And the fans are way up.
The fans are way up, but you also got places like Dallas where when they come before they get to the tunnel, it's like you can pay to you're behind a gate, but you're still, unless the players walk in the dead center of that alley, you can reach out and touch them still. You have access to them. You can throw something at them. You know what I'm saying? That's where it's, where you get it in the NFL. And then after the game, people are standing around, they're signing autographs and stuff. But I mean, even these fans now, they running up on players at restaurants and shit. You know what I'm saying? So,
and that's what I'm saying, because there's no separation.
Yeah.
The same way you seeing him at the game, you feel like when you see him in public, shit, I was just standing right next to him on Monday night in the arena. Now I'm standing right, so I'm jaw jacking with him.
Well, it's just like, what's his name? Udonis Haslem said he was telling a story about being out to eat with LeBron. They just out eating. They not as a team, just him and a couple players hanging out. A fan walks by and goes, "Hey, LeBron." LeBron look up to wave at him. And he go, "F you," and walk off. No, in that fan's life, there is not one time where he would walk by anybody, especially in his hood or where he from, and say "F you" to a man and not expect to throw them fisticuffs.
Exactly, but it's looked at differently because these guys are NBA stars. It's looked at differently because of athletes.
You're not gonna touch me and ruin the paycheck.
It's because of FanDuel. I wanted to yell at Tatum after he got 7 points. Hey, and that's actually a good point.
Right. Sometimes they didn't bet that money. You didn't cost them their bill money.
On me, you didn't cost me. Yeah, exactly. Now me and my old lady fighting because you had 7 points, Jason Tatum. So when I see you, it's F you. But Tatum don't know you. You see what I'm saying? Tatum don't know you
at all. And
you don't know him. But it's just, as sports fans, man, and it's also coming with the privilege. As we get more as we get more all this equipment that's around me right now, it gives the public, the fan, more power. It gives them more ability to think, oh, my opinion matters. What I think about LeBron James, obviously, I've been talking about LeBron for years. But what I think about LeBron James, truly, in all retrospects, means nothing.
Oh, just your opinion.
It's just my opinion. So to throw the negative around or whatever and all that extra shit, you got to feel some type of privilege, especially to do it in somebody's face.
Exactly.
And that's where we're at right there with the fans, man. I'm sick of it.
They gonna learn until somebody get their head beat in.
But the only person that will suffer from that
is the player.
Is the athlete.
That's it.
The athlete's the only one that's gonna suffer from one of those interactions. That's the only people that's gonna suffer.
That is it.
I got something I want to bring up too that we used to do on the show back in the day. We stopped doing. I wish Cam had a mic for this. But it's what you been listening to lately?
Music wise,
Yeah,
man, I've been
I
listening.
mean, podcast, music. It could be any.
As far as music wise, man, I'm a big Cyberpunk Edge Runner fan. It was a show that was on Netflix, and the soundtrack to that show is just dope. It's a bunch of indie bands, a lot of like contemporary music. There's these one band called Caffeine, real like upbeat, you know what I'm saying, somber music. Love that. It's weird saying upbeat and somber at the same time, but that's just kind of how I can describe it. I listen to their music. They got a cool song called Tech It, Tek It. Go check it out. And then I've been listening to I mean, I've been going back listening to some old DSR after our last show. You know what I'm saying? Going down memory lane, going down some of that old Texas, Houston, Texas music. As far as podcasts, man, I stay watching Joe Rogan. There's a couple of shows on YouTube about archery and stuff like that. The Hunter podcast, shout out to those guys. That's pretty much it, man. I don't listen to too much when it comes to podcasts anyway.
Man, me, obviously, the number one played in my playlist right now. It's been even since probably back when we used to do this, man. Still Rod Wave. I still bump the wave, man. It's soulful. It's full. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he also has upbeat stuff too, man. Obviously, Drake gets a lot of play in my car. Who else I really be bumping in my car? Really? Oh, and the Smoothie. That's really been a hot drop in my car for a while, man. Because Cam made that TikTok, man,
right.
with that Texarkana on there.
Oh, did Suresh say the Run Paula podcast? Hey, is that with Mitch Run Paula? The guy from Michigan that was killing all those big bucks back in the early 80s and 90s?
Run Paula Buck podcast. Didn't you try to find him?
Bro, I tried to find that man because he ain't did an interview. Like, who does the podcast? Because I know it's not him because he hadn't done an interview since 1999.
Yeah, I knew that sounded like the dude you tried to find.
Bro, I tried to find him, bro. Tried to find him because I just know if I get him on the Dreaded Archer podcast to be the first person to interview that man since 1999, hey, going all the way up. Hey, baby. And if I get the interview, the first network that offered a check, that's where it's gonna get dropped at.
Man, that would be so legit. Chasing him for a minute. But the podcast I've been watching, man. Obviously, I always fall back into my little street stuff. I won't mention none of the podcasts because I really don't need nobody else going and watching it. But I always fall back into that, so you know the normal guest on that, man. What else I've been watching? Obviously, anything I Am Athlete. I got like 5 podcasts now. That's under Brandon Marshall's little branch, but I keep up with them, man. Watching that, anything with Charleston White on it, it's got to get at least a click. What else? I guess I'll ask you the question they asked Charleston White that made me laugh forever the other day. If somebody's gonna give you, we'll switch the money amount. We'll make it $100K.
Okay.
Might make it a little easier question. You can get $100K right now. The suitcase sitting right over there. But as soon as you pick up that suitcase, some random person, you could know them. It could end up being somebody you know or whatever, but it could not be. They die right on the spot. Are you taking the $100K?
I can't, just because my conscience is bad. I got a bad conscience. I can't do it because the world is smaller than you think it is. And the last thing I would want is I do that, and then some cat that I'm about to do a podcast with be like, "Hey, man, one of my family members passed away." And I'm like, "Oh, wait,
was it you?
Was it me?"
Yeah,
that eat me up.
I think that would be my biggest. Concern with the whole thing.
Yeah,
or whatever. Like every time I hear about somebody passing away or whatever, like, damn, is that the person I?
For the $100K for us. So basically, what you're saying is a life worth $100K.
Is anybody's life worth $100K though? Because like, if I could pick,
oh, if I could pick, then yeah.
Like even from a group,
yeah.
Like I don't even know them.
Yeah,
if I could just pick, like it's gonna be somebody from this.
Then I'll take it. Yeah,
yeah. But just the random person, I think every time I saw anything about anybody down or something happened to somebody, like, damn, is that because I picked up that money? That boy Surratt said, could it be a he said, could it be a bad person? If so, then yes.
Yeah, if I could pick the person, then yeah, I'm taking the cash flow.
I think I would too, man. But we always say we would do, you'll do whatever. If it's 100K sitting right there, it's gonna be pretty damn hard for me to say no.
Hey, bro, it reminded me of that movie, The Box. You seen that?
No.
All right, so the movie is basically it starts out with this dad or this dad getting killed or something like that, and then it fast forwards back to like the beginning. This random old man has his box with a red button. He knocks on a random door in a neighborhood, and he's like, "Hey, can I come in and speak with you?" People, I don't know why people invite a random dude into their house, but they do. He get there and he say, you know, your family's going through XYZ. How he knows, no one, the movie never tells how he knows what the family's going through. Here's this box. I work for this secret organization that can make your wildest dreams come true. Whatever you wish for, think about it, and then press the box. I'll come pick it up tomorrow, and in a few days, whatever you wish for comes true. Surprisingly, this family held on to the box for like 2 months before they even thought about it until like their son got real sick, and it was like, well, of course, no joke. Boom, hits the box, but the thing is, somebody dies when you push that button. Something happens to him, and it's a tragic death. Well, it ended up affecting the husband's like mistress, mom, or something. It was a wild movie, but it make you think. If you had an opportunity to hit that box, would you?
I think that's a hard. I think that's harder than the money, but maybe not because you don't know.
Yeah, you don't know.
You don't know at all. So I don't know if.
Well, let me take that back. It's not that a person would die. It's a random misfortune will happen to them. So it could be anything. It could be they could go bankrupt. They could have a car wreck and still live. They could miss a big buck. Who knows? Something traumatic will happen to them.
Does that make if you hit that button? Does that make you selfish? Is the question.
Well, we all a little bit selfish. I mean, yeah.
Surratt said, I'm doing anything for my kid to be healthy, and that's true. I think
Yep.
if anybody has that unfortunate situation come down where you have this power, or you got this box or whatever it is that you can instantly make anything happen, and your kid falls ill. It's a real illness, not a cold or something.
Yeah.
To go to the doctor or take some, whatever for. But a real illness. I don't think there's a parent out there.
Don't hesitate to hit that button.
That wouldn't hit that button.
I mean, I'm gonna be real. If it's anything that can make anything happen, I just wish I don't know, like my whole family immortality. Then I know it's gonna be no one in my family.
Yeah, but you know how that goes, especially on a movie situation. You get the whole family immortality, but so for some reason, after you press the button, it fast forward. Now y'all all old as hell, and the world is all effed up, and y'all the only ones still out here.
That's still left, and you can't
die.
do nothing. Yeah, you should have starving to be death, but you can't die. It's like, oh man,
So
that monkey's paw.
It's always something with that. Anything like that, I probably just like, man, take that box and get as far away from me.
Yeah, but then somebody else can push it.
Somebody gonna push it.
Yeah, but as long as you got it, and you can end the cycle.
Unless you push it. Yeah, if you got it and never push it, you can end the cycle.
Yeah.
But if you get it and you push it, just because you got something good, when that person down the street push it, they might come back on you.
And that's the twist in the movie. That's the twist in the movie.
They come back on you.
It come back on you. So you push it, all the good shit happen to you. He gonna pick up the box and we take it to the nails down the street. That's why when they pushed the box, he took it away, and then it fast forward to the husband getting killed because the lady down the street hit the box.
Exactly. So it's always a catch. It's always a catch, especially with something like
ain't nothing free in this world. ain't nothing free.
Ain't nothing free in this world. I done lost the notes. Oh no, here they go. Oh man. This is a good topic right here, man. Esports. All right, which I love the esports. Obviously, we're giving away Xbox, so we're not no esports shamers or whatever you want to call it.
Haters, none of that.
Gamer shamers, we ain't none of that. But this has come up again. This has come up in plenty of things. But are esports players athletes as they're being dubbed.
Hell no, they're not an athlete. They're not doing anything athletic. What they're doing, the common person can do. Anybody can do. I think that's what separates athletes from, other people is they're doing an athletic feat. They're doing something that most people can't do.
Yeah.
So that's why you get that title of athlete. Even when you're in high school or little league, you're considered an athlete because you're doing something that most kids your age aren't doing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, no, they're not a damn athlete.
Yeah, I'm 100% behind you on that one. As much respect as I have for what they do, it's because I have respect for what a lot of people do that aren't athletes.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's no knock to them or knock to what they do, but I think they're just being classified in a group that they don't belong.
They call it esports. They throw that sport tag on it, so it's like, oh, if it's a sport, then we're an athlete. Like, no, you're just you compete. You're a competitor. That's it. You don't get the athlete tag. Take competitor and go about your business.
Exactly. Athlete, you have to be able to do something athletic. Run, jump, throw, swim, dive. I mean, something where you're using athleticism. The last time I checked, it doesn't take athleticism to
learn a video game,
to work a joystick. It doesn't take athleticism to have a great strategy in Fortnite or have a great strategy in Rocket League or it don't take athleticism to do those things.
I said e-athlete. No, e-competitor.
You know what I'm saying? E-athlete. What are the characters that they're using in some of the games? Athletes. I would even be able to give if you in a 2K league,
2K Madden,
or if you in a Madden league or whatever. I don't even know if they have leagues like that for Madden or whatever.
They do.
I'm just saying I'm talking about like 2K where I know you're one person. You're controlling that one person.
Okay.
Now your AI is an e-athlete. Okay.
You're just
I'm willing to go that far. You do control an e-athlete, yes. But you yourself are not an e-athlete. You are not an athlete. You've done nothing athletic. To this day, you've done nothing athletic.
To this day.
So, or at least not in your field of what they're calling you an athlete for. Now you may be an athletic guy that plays the game. So yes, you are an athlete and you play the game, but that doesn't make all your gamer buddies athletes as well.
Yeah. I mean, bro, there's a lot of sports out there, a lot of activities where they call them athletes, and I might get a lot of flack for this, but I wouldn't call a golfer an athlete. He's a competitor. He's playing a competitive hobby. Even archery, I wouldn't call anybody that shoots archery competitively an athlete. You're not doing anything athletic. You're shooting a bow. There's nothing athletic about shooting a bow at all.
Exactly. And I think the mix up between those things is kind of just like the
So I said, hold on now, Trey.
it's just like the esports little thing I just said right there. Are there athletes that shoot their bows? Yes, there are. I'm not saying that everybody that shoots a bow or everybody that golfs is unathletic and they couldn't play a sport if they wanted to or nothing like that. That's not the point here. Is the action that they're doing athletic. A part of that? I can go get Bo Jackson to sit down and play chess. That don't make playing chess an athletic move.
Yeah, not at all.
I can go get Michael Phelps and have him go hit balls on the driving range, and I don't necessarily know if that's an athletic move.
No, because you got guys who are in no way, shape, or form, like they're not in shape at all, and they can whoop me up and down a golf course. But I still wouldn't call them athletic. Like they're not athletes.
He says a bull rider an athlete.
It's funny you say that because I had this conversation with my boss because he is a big rodeo guy. His son is one of the top in the country, or top in the world. You know what I'm saying? Check out Jack Rodenbaugh. Not bareback, but bull rider. And I asked him, I said, would you call them athletes? He said, hell yeah, because anybody get on the back of a 1,200-pound bull and ride it, that's an athlete. But then once you know what goes into it, they have to have strong legs to lock around the bull. They got to be able to, juke and jive. The bull go right, they got to go left. They got to be able to read all that. I would say they are athletes. Like I went into the conversation saying they wasn't, and that's because I didn't know much about bull riding. I thought you just get on, ride, and jump off. But no, once he gave me the strategy behind it, you're an athlete. Because then you got to jump off that joker, and that's an athletic move.
Yeah, I would say the strength factor that it takes, man, and the especially with the leg strength and obviously holding on to the bull. But I would say you find out the athletes who are bull riders, like you said, after they've fallen off or have to jump off the bull.
Yeah.
That's when you find out if there are athletes bull riding. I don't know that every bull rider is an athlete. I don't know that. This is what I can tell you right here. Because every football player is not an athlete, but every professional football player is
an athlete, yeah.
Every baseball player is not an athlete, but every professional baseball player is an athlete. You know what I'm saying? If he can throw a ball 100 miles an hour, that's an athletic move.
Yeah.
If he can throw a football 60, 50 on a dime, that's an athletic move. If he can shoot that thing from half court anywhere he wants to, Steph Curry, that's an athletic move.
Yes, Russ said if you ain't an athlete, you ain't riding no bull. No, and the mindset. That's another thing. The mindset, like you to me, a little bit of insanity comes with being an athlete if you break it down. So like you gotta be a little bit insane to stand in the batter's box and let somebody throw a hard object at you at 100 miles an hour.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta be an athlete to want to run a football into a 200-pound person at 15, 20 miles an hour and do it every single time. We all know football. It's a football crash. A football tackle is equivalent to a 30 miles an hour car crash. So you're doing that, a running back 25, 30, 40 times a game. You know what I'm saying? Same with any other position. To walk up to a 1,200-pound bull that don't give a damn about you and is pissed off and you gonna get on his back, you an athlete.
Or at least got the mindset.
Oh, you got the mindset of an athlete anyway.
So he said there are some people that compete in track that ain't athletes. What do you mean?
No, you running.
What event at track could you get away with not being an athlete?
Yeah, you got to break that down, Surratt.
Because you're throwing any of the throwing events.
That takes strength,
speed, all that
technique.
You gotta use some athleticism to throw anything. To do any of the jumping, obviously that's the athletic move. Obviously sprinting is an athletic.
That shot and disc.
That's what I'm saying. That's just like strength is an athletic. It's part of athleticism. I believe.
Long distance. Yes, you got to be an athlete to run 5, 6, 10 miles. That's an athlete.
It's just there is so many ways. I get where people come from because there is so many ways you can break it down and be like, oh, well, this is the athletic part of it. They got to do this type of workout because this when it comes down to like the NASCAR drivers and any type of racing. They've got to have some type of ability to withstand the heat. It's hot as hell on them tracks. They got to do workouts to kind of be in shape a little bit so they're not getting lightheaded in the cars and stuff like that or whatever. So there are athletic things, I guess, that kind of misconstrue this whole conversation.
Yeah.
It's a lot of things that go into some of these sports, like golf. If I'm a golfer and I'm John Day or whatever, what is his name?
John Daly.
You and Cam talked about this earlier. Yeah, John Daly's a great golfer and he's out of shape and he's not athletic. But think about it, if he did work out and he did get in shape and
be cold-blooded.
What could he be? So I think like when we have athletes enter into non-athletic things, it turns it into an athletic event because if Tiger Woods never comes along or Rory or guys who are slim and cut up and stuff like that, if those guys never come along in the golf game, do we think golf is an athletic sport or do we think it's just a bunch of old guys out there having fun?
Be just a bunch of old guys having fun.
And you know what I'm saying? And if everybody looked like Tony Stewart in the NASCAR, do we think it's athletic?
Nope.
Tony Stewart pre-Subway
Was he with Subway?
or whoever,
He was at Home Depot.
But I think he had, he did a bunch of weight loss stuff at one point. But
Atkins.
Tony Stewart, you know what I'm saying, who was a big name in NASCAR for a long time, was one of the most unathletic people I've ever seen.
Yep. Threat said 19-7 Warriors 6 minutes in.
19-7, 6 minutes.
No, 19-7, 6 minutes left in the first. It's all right. Couple threes.
We'll see what's going on. But speaking of that, we'll take it back to basketball here for a second. Because I've seen this on a few of the podcasts I frequent. And the argument has risen. And I know it's kind of early because they haven't really won anything yet, but a playoff series. But is this the best team that LeBron James has been a part of since he's been in the NBA?
I say yeah. When you think about the supporting cast, if you look at all those teams that he made championship runs with, it was him and two other guys. And every once in a while, you'd have, a guy come off the bench and give you 15, give you 20. This team, every role player is doing their job. Everybody's doing their job. Yep, Miami Heat. It was him, D Wade, and people like to say Chris Bosh, but I watched a video and they was talking about Chris Bosh's stats in playoffs, and he was not a contributor at all. You know what I'm saying? It was all some of the role players.
Yeah, 7-point average.
But this team right here
6 rebounds.
Has all around role players. Everybody's doing their part. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. Outside, I mean, the Heat teams, people don't. When you go back, which I'm a huge LeBron fan. I'll say it again. I go back and watch Heat, LeBron James, and everything because I really just fill myself up with ammo for any LeBron conversation. You know what I'm saying? I want to be ready. I want to know. So I go back and watch old LeBron stuff, times where he turned up, times where he fumbled the bag, anything that happened. And I just want to study it. All right. But when you go back to those Heat teams, and this is why D Wade will come out and be like, 2012 LeBron at the Heat or whatever it was, or is the best LeBron we're ever gonna see. We'll never see another LeBron like that. And the reason he says that is because if you go back and watch those games, he takes over so many of those games where he just goes stupid, like goes completely numb, and will score the last 15, 20 buckets of a game, and the Heat win. And things like that. So Zach Davis said, "Don't get me started on Tony Stewart again." But he does those. He goes crazy at that time in the Heat so many times where we kind of while it was going on, we weren't looking at nobody else.
Nobody.
The Heat was just winning. And then after the fact, obviously all the LeBron haters come back and say, "Oh, well, he was carried by the team." When he goes to the Lakers and they win one, "Oh yeah, he got carried by AD." You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. When he goes back to Cleveland and wins one or whatever, "Oh yeah, Kyrie," because Kyrie hit that shot. Or they try to say Ray Allen in Miami saves LeBron. Whatever it may be.
Ray Allen's on that team just like LeBron is, and he plays a role. His job, they brought him in to hit that shot. That's what you were here for.
You hit that shot. Exactly. So when you look at this team that the Lakers have, where the role players are doing what I always say that everybody needs to do when they get with LeBron. And that's literally do what you're supposed to do.
That's it.
And nothing else. Austin Reeves. If Austin Reeves, because that's now what people are going to do is they're going to blow up Austin Reeves. They're going to blow up Rui. They're going to blow up this Lonnie. They're going to blow up all these other cats. But if you look at it, if Austin Reeves comes into the league and he goes to, let's say, Boston, he comes to the league and goes to maybe Miami. He goes to the league and goes to the Bucks, or he goes to the league and goes to the Philly, or Brooklyn. We don't know Austin Reeves.
No, not at all.
Anybody can say what they want to say. We don't know Austin Reeves if he doesn't end up with LeBron. Same way with my boy from last year or 2 years ago.
Deladova.
No, that's way back. But him too. Course, I want to say Corso, but I know that's wrong.
Oh, dude's going ball from A&M.
Yeah, him.
Yeah, Caruso.
That's it. We don't know these guys if they don't get with LeBron. All right, but Austin Reeves understands He is with LeBron.
Yep.
And if LeBron kicked me this thing in the corner and I hit it, every time we come down, he gonna be looking for me in that corner. He gonna be looking for me on that wing. Exactly. So every time he come down, he looking for me, and I'm gonna hit
every single time.
I'm gonna make sure I hit. There's plenty of interviews with LeBron. Be like, yeah, I was in the gym late last night getting those shots, and AR-15 was in here with me. He was in here with me. Hell yeah, I'm in there with you. Cause I know you gonna pass me that thing, and I'm gonna hit it.
And I want to be dependable.
Hey, Delonte Walker. I don't know if LeBron be capping or not.
The 4th.
But I hope he don't be capping. But the Lonnie Walker situation, he was like, yeah, I've been telling Lonnie, just be ready. We gonna need you. And it just so happened that they did. But did you see what happened when Lonnie hit that first three? Lonnie hit that first three, and LeBron was like, ooh, pointed at him. They come right back down. Ain't no question who he passing the ball to.
Exactly.
He ready for this moment. Boom, pass it to him again. Dribble, split it. Okay, yeah, he locked in for sure now. And they kept feeding him. Bro had 15 in the 4th.
15. He outscored the Warriors in the 4th.
When Rui get minutes, he putting up quality shots. You see what I'm saying? Like everybody's playing it. D-Lo, we know you inconsistent. But when you hot, we finna feed you, and you gonna, you know what I'm saying? We gonna let you do your thing.
Yep.
And so everybody getting it.
Because I'm sure LeBron sees it this way. I'm gonna give you 25, 30. AD, you should be giving at least 20. We need everybody else to come and do something too.
Exactly. AD, I'm gonna give you. I mean, me and AD gonna get back. We gonna score half the points.
Yeah. Yep.
When they win games, him and AD score half the points. So we gonna score half. Oh, 13 other y'all gotta make up the other half, and we gonna win this game. And so that's what they're doing right now, man. The role players are playing their roles. They're playing great defense. They got them young cats out there running around crazy. They're playing great defense, and then the role players are actually playing their role. They're actually hitting the shots they're supposed to hit. They're actually playing in their spots. You know what I'm saying? They ain't doing too much. They ain't getting outside themselves. They ain't pulling that shit from the free throw. I mean, from the 3-point or half court line. They taking good shots. They getting in their spots, letting LeBron and AD play their game, and then they dishing it and they getting buckets.
Exactly. Which is how it should be.
The big question is, can they win a championship? Is this Lakers team championship ready?
I mean, if you look at the sports books, they say they are. They got them number 2 behind the Nuggets.
Which they have to play in order to even get there.
Exactly. So I don't know. We'll see. We will see.
I'm ready to see it, man. I hope they pull it through. I hope they pull it through. We ain't got no new score update, so they must be doing good. Yeah, it's 24-20. I thought so. You can always know when the Lakers doing good because you don't get no score updates. They had the Warriors ran off with it. It all be coming down through the timeline.
Yep.
But it's all good. You know what I'm saying? I hope they close out and Golden State tonight. Oh, y'all better get on Steph Curry's head. I'm gonna be a mad.
If not, I know who will be on his head.
Yeah, me. I'm gonna be a mad. You know, Shay Shay will be too. Club Shay Shay, baby. So I'm saying short.
I think he watch our shit. Because I'm just saying because sometimes he will say some stuff. And I'm like, player, it sounds familiar.
Hey, you know what? I used to be just like that. Because I go back, I'll be watching these sports shows and stuff. I'll be like, man, I already said that. Or whatever. But then this is what I chalked it up to. I chalked it up to my knowledge of the sport, my knowledge of sports, and my knowledge of the game, and how this shit really work and how it really be going is on somewhat caliber of
guys
those type of guys.
Yeah.
And I think that's what it is. Because I mean, as much as I would like to think, as much as I would like to think, bro. Hey, Shannon, matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and bust it down just in case you do. If you listen to this show, my boy, hey, listen, bring me on. You know what I'm saying? Hey, bring me on that thing. And I'm a huge fan. You know what I'm saying? Bring me on that thing. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, my guys got to come too. But bring me on that thing, man. We sit down. We can drink a little bit of that yak. You know what I'm saying? And kick back and tell some good old stories. Man. In
Black and mild,
black and
black
mild.
woods.
Yeah. Hey man, but that would, bro,
That would be dope.
how crazy would that be?
I quit my job.
Circling back to the shout outs. Bears Barbecue, huge one. Gotta circle back to that one. Bears Barbecue. Matter of fact,
Man, let me tell you. I get down here from South Dakota. Nick called me and said, "Hey, your boy Colton Hook is on the grill. We gotta go get a plate." So we go over there. We walk in. He cutting that bad boy up, slicing it up. Mouth water. I'm like, man. In my head, I'm like, man. I sure hope he just offer me a piece. You know what I'm saying? But I know it be cut into his profits. But I'm like, I sure hope. And then when he said, "Hey man, that scrap right there, y'all gonna have to try some of that," I said, "Say less, my boy." I ate so much scrap, I really didn't need a plate because I was full. But you know what I'm saying? You got to support your homie business.
Hey, facts.
So we bought some plates, and we ate them before we even left the house. They didn't make it to the car.
Big facts,
At
man.
least our place didn't.
3 to 6 on Saturday, man. Hey, I will be busy.
Baked beans.
But anybody, you already know the Cash App gonna come through, and I need mine set to the side. I'll be through there to get it. But make sure y'all get the Bears Barbecue, man. Get over to the Facebook page, hit them up in the DM for the pre-orders, or you can just pull up on Saturday.
Sure. Hey, and you got that new grill.
Got the new grill.
You know, it's
new
them
smoker.
red nuggets, baby.
Got the new smoker in, man. My boy upgraded over in the Bears Barbecue. He really ready to put quality smoked meats out in the Texarkana area,
Hey,
man. He ready to move around too and travel for catering too. So.
Hey, I'm gonna come out and say it. Probably the best barbecue in Texarkana.
Hey,
the best barbecue.
I'm an avid stop on the side of the roader.
Yep.
If it's some barbecue being cooked on the side of the road, I stop. And I can tell you right now, Bears Barbecue is legit. He says, "So how do you feel about doing the podcast together in the same room and not hundreds of miles away?"
Bro, it's great.
It feels good, man. Yeah, it feels great.
Hey, it's become something regular. It's gonna happen. I can't say when, but it's gonna happen.
Most definitely, man. Yeah, we could do this. Do it like this. It's a lot less cords and a lot less wire, for sure. But it just bring a different feel to it, man. And then we do it, and when we get in a set location, man, we can have other people come on, man, different camera angles and all that type of stuff, man. So that's coming soon, hopefully sooner than later, man. But it feels good, man. I'm glad to do it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Let me back up. Catering. You hit up Say Grace for wedding cake, Bears Barbecue for the reception, and Nick Reed Photography for the photo shoot.
Hey,
Well, that package be deadly.
Deadly package right there, man. That's what it's all about over here on the Reed Talking Listen, man. Everybody, if you're around me, you got something going, man. I'm in there with you. If we can collab, we can get it in. However we got to get it in, man, we gonna do it.
Bro, I've always said it. If I got a homie that does something, I don't need to go nowhere else to get it. If I got a homie that makes shoes, I know what shoes I'm wearing. If right now, tomorrow, if Cam start making shoes, I'll be wearing the Killer Cam 1s, the 2s, the 3s, the 4s. That's all I'm wearing. It's all you can see me wear.
Straight like that.
If I got a homie that make t-shirts, that's what I'm wearing. Hats, all my hats are not major companies. It's people that I know that send me hats. I have a relationship with them, and I rock their stuff.
Exactly, man. You can always catch me any time. You see me wearing local for the most part. I got on the Mountain Ops tonight, which they're not local, but definitely some people that I love their gear and stuff like that. So I rock it. I support it. But you see the top, Dreaded Archer. You know what I'm saying? It's a daily thing, man. I always got something on sticks. Who else? Everybody. Black Cobra. Come on, shout out my guy Cobra. Black Cobra Media, man. Black Cobra Willie. I go get it. My guy on Instagram, man. But Cozy Academy. Big Pressure. Culture Originals. I just, I'm gonna support where I can support. Obviously, I'm not trying to go broke supporting, but
I'm gonna get some pieces.
Exactly, man. So as long as y'all got it, I'm gonna get it. Y'all gotta get it in 3X as well, or I'm gonna stop supporting. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all start getting into 3X as well, man. I'm gonna start supporting, man. But no, I'm all down for whoever doing whatever, man. Especially if somebody close to me. Y'all don't know Bears Barbecue, man. The owner of Bears Barbecue. I've been rocking with him since it was Cubs Barbecue. You know what I'm saying? Like way back. 6th, 7th grade, man. So hey, I know where the meat coming from. I know it's cleanliness. You know what I'm saying? I know it ain't no BS. Ain't no little critters running around. Ain't no little insects. None of that. So y'all get down to Bears Barbecue, man. Check them out Saturday, 3 to 6. What he having? He having some new stuff this week. The brisket fries. Brisket fries for y'all this weekend, man.
Some brisket fries with some potato salad. We're taking to church.
So y'all make sure y'all get over there to Bears Barbecue, man.
Brisket, pork fries, chop sandwiches, pulled pork sandwiches, chips.
I heard it right there. Hey, pulled pork and brisket fries, brisket sandwiches, chips. What else he say? And some pulled pork sandwiches.
Yep.
Hey, yeah, that's gonna be that pork butt. That's gonna be that pork butt. That's gonna be something different.
Boy. And he give you more meat than sauce.
Definitely. You really don't even need sauce.
Nope.
You don't even need sauce, man. My guy, he be trying. He tried a few different ways, man. Every time I say the same thing, when I go get it, I'm like, damn, man, this one might be your best one.
You know, and I think that's like the difficult thing about barbecue or these smoking meats is getting that consistent taste every single time, because it's not like you baking a cake and you putting the same ingredients in. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you might shake your hand a little strong on the seasoning on one.
Exactly. Hey,
The
Mama
next
Cheryl.
one-
Mama Cheryl said where to get it at. Hey, Myrtle Springs. It's on Myrtle Springs Road. I do not have the number address for you, but it is on Myrtle Springs. There's Bears Barbecue on Facebook. You hit him in the DM and he'll send you that address and get you hooked up. And if you need yours dropped off, you know we can make that happen too.
Oh yeah.
So
Ain't but a phone call away.
yeah, we can definitely make that happen. We can get that going, man. Y'all looking at the mayor of Wake Village right there in the comments. So get your mind right over there, Dodie. She said she can find it. All right, I'll send you. I'll send you it in a direct message with it in there, and I shared the post on my page too, Mama Sure. Also, happy belated birthday as well. Ooh,
Bears Barbecue.
Bears Barbecue right there.
Love you too, Mama Cheryl. I appreciate the shirts too. I got the shirts. Appreciate it.
New score update 32-28. Warriors are winning at the end of the first quarter. Not a bad quarter for the Lake Show. Kept it. As long as you keep those guys, they can keep it within striking distance. They got a chance. But if you let the Warriors really run off for real,
It's a wrap.
because it's harder. They start hitting them threes, man. It's tough. And they're at home tonight. So you know they're gonna be a tough out regardless. But I hope the Lakers can go ahead and pull it through tonight, man. Hey, we can't open the doors of the church tonight, or we can't. All right. Hey, the doors of the church is open, man. Anybody want to come in? Any rebuttals, any comments, anything y'all want to say about anything we've said so far? Anything y'all want to hear us talk about in the upcoming shows? Any guests that y'all recommend or hooked up with, or anything like that? Just let us know, and we'll get that rocking, man. We love to see the direct messages. We love to see the DMs. We love to see the PMs of people telling us, what they like about the show, and things like that. They love to hear us talk about this, that, whatever. Even had some people, say they like to see some more arguing between me and Trey. Well, sorry guys, it just don't get down like that. Yeah, please don't do that. I'm out. Yeah, but that's like the weirdest request, I guess. Like, I mean, oh yeah, that too. The weirdest request, like, some more argument between me and Trey. I was
This
just
ain't
like,
scripted. Like it ain't like you on sports shows you see on ESPN and all that. Like a lot of that scripted to keep people watching.
yeah,
We just talking. Ain't none of this scripted at all.
exactly, man. So if something ever come up that we just wholly disagree on, I guess y'all get to see some more of that. I don't have we had any arguments for real on this thing? I think like maybe once, way back in the day.
Like one or two.
And now, yeah. So if you've been rocking with us that long and you want to see some more of that,
Oh yeah, it was about the whole the abortion thing.
yeah. Oh, is it? No,
Yes, it was.
I don't think so. I think it was about something else.
How was that?
Could've
See,
been
now we even started an argument.
It could have been that. It could have been that. I just thought it was about something else. I thought it was about like for some reason racism was popping up in my head.
No.
Roe versus Wade.
Yep.
Yeah,
yep,
that's
Roe
the yeah,
versus-
that's the that was it. That was it. That was it. That was it. So yeah, man. Every now and then we'll come up on an issue that we disagree on or whatever. But other than that, man, you know, we just chopping it up.
This is an election year too, so when we start getting towards them debates and stuff, them elections, and we seeing who gonna be the next president, yeah, we might get some arguments going back and forth. Maybe not between us, but definitely in the chat.
Yeah,
It's gonna come. Just come with your mind correct, because we do got that ejecto button.
exactly,
And
man.
Cam just itching.
Everybody's opinion is accepted over here, but like the slander of somebody else because of what they think is not.
Nope.
So we cool. I guess I think that's like the biggest piece of like not going fully political yet. Like we haven't had like a really fully political show yet.
Yeah.
Because most of the people in the chat are friends. And they're like, I would hate to be, oh man, we was all good till we listened to that weak ass podcast. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Yeah.
would hate to be that or those guys. But no, man, as long as you come in here talking right, you know, respecting everybody's boundaries and stuff like that, man. Coming at somebody personally about an election, that's kind of stupid.
Yep.
We're gonna let it rock. So yeah, we'll see. Y'all see us talking and get a little bit, I guess, more aggressive as the election gets here. That might be the only thing.
Yeah, it won't be too bad.
Well, the doors of the church is open if you want to come down and give your life to the Lord tonight. We accept everybody. You know, come as you are.
You know, I've been home for about 2 weeks, and it's like every time I run into somebody, they like, you ain't going back yet. It's like I ain't never hear more than really 2-3 days.
Yeah.
The time I stay more than 3 days, it's man, well, we can tell you been around here. You can head back.
When you going
When
back?
you going back? Oh, you gonna lose your job. So nobody give you this much time off, man. Look, don't be counting my vacations.
Counting vacation days. People, right? You know what people really starting to say? Shit, you really probably fired. You really probably fired.
Yeah. If you going, yeah, but I heard they let him go. Shoot.
Like it's a pipeline of information coming from.
Yeah. I mean, I heard up there that hey, let him go, man. Yeah, he heard. He working for game day. Yeah.
Working for game day now. Boy. That's so funny though. I bet people do think that though because the whole time he been home.
It working.
Obviously, work don't stop when somebody else is on vacation, which a lot of people don't understand that when they're on vacation. Luckily, you do. but the work for where if you go on vacation to visit your friends or whatever somewhere, unless they taking off,
They work.
the world is still spinning. Like you know what I'm saying? Like they still got to go to work and do all this stuff or whatever. So he just goes to work with me. You know what I'm saying? He just come up there and do whatever or go wherever we got to go, interview whoever we interview.
Running 300 feet of Ethernet cable across the road.
Hey, you know all kind of stuff, man.
Setting up cameras, running cameras,
Hey, I honestly think though, like the
packing,
people,
unloading.
the people that talk the most crazy mess about what we do, I feel like they should have to come with us and go through the whole process for a week, just 1 week. That's all it's gonna take. It really ain't gonna take that. You know what I'm saying? One game, and all the talk will be over. That's all it would take, man. It would kill all that, man.
Hey, I'm just saying, hey, don't think it's sweet. I'll be sending an invoice, TSK marketing invoice. I didn't clock my hours. I didn't work.
Hey, that boy Sarat said, hey, you know for sure, hey, messing around with you, they ain't gonna quit on us. Hey, but man, I after being here and experiencing what we do from the backside. Because I know you've been watching for a while.
Yeah,
Obviously, you see what we post online and stuff like that. Keep up with the content.
I'd work here.
But saying what we do from the backside, man. What is the backside? What's the difference between what you from what you see on the other side?
I'm just saying, like you guys put together a really nice production for the equipment you guys got. Like you would think like it's like 1,000 people running game day. It's like 4. Y'all like doing like big shit.
Exactly.
It's not a lot of people. It's not a big office where they got interns and people and secretaries. No, it's like 4 or 5 people making all this shit happen. So like if you in the Tuscany area and you watching the game day production, just know like it's a lot of people putting a lot of hard work in it. I didn't want to say nothing like that was gonna like be like bad. I mean, I thought y'all had some better shit.
Yeah, but no, man. I think that's like. I'm glad you said it like that though, because it is just us. You know what I'm saying? We in there getting it or whatever. And we're doing it for the kids, and that's the biggest thing. We're doing it for the kids, and then it kind of gets whatever. Some people got nasty stuff to say or whatever. But man, it ain't about y'all. It's about these kids out here, man. We doing it, and I think when people come in and they see it from the backside, it just gives them a whole new light on it.
Oh yeah.
And I think it gives you a whole new light on people that just cover sports in general.
Yep.
Because we got kids that play things and do things or whatever, but that stream got to go live.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying? And it's weekends, it's all type of stuff, man. But shout out to you for coming out and helping us out and kind of giving the world from the Dreaded Archers view what we do.
Oh yeah, and one thing that I did notice, like the coaches and the players at each of the schools, like one thing they always say to y'all is appreciate y'all coming out here. You know what I'm saying? So and that's who y'all really doing it for.
Yeah,
the players and the coaches. And sometimes we always say fans are fickle, and if you don't do something for their team, they feel like, oh, you did us wrong. But as long as the coaches and the coaches and the players are appreciating it, then you really just gotta let the other stuff just go in one ear out the other.
Most definitely, man. But it's fun. It's been fun. We're gonna keep it pushing. I guess nobody wanted to hit that link in the chat tonight. I was for sure just knowing at least I knew one person for sure was going. I knew one person for sure was going to come in there tonight. He didn't come in. 2 weeks in a row, no Fed. I want that to be put on air. 2 weeks in a row, no Fed.
No Fed.
Fed is Fed is he's been saying he's gonna make an appearance on the Read Talk and Listen podcast, man. If y'all don't know who Fed is, yeah, y'all will. So man, the one and only Big
Fed, baby.
But I don't know where he is, but I've been waiting for him to make his debut.
We even helped him get his stuff set up, so he ain't got no excuses.
Exactly, man. Hey, before we get up out of here, I want to run down through it one more time, man. Hey, we got the Xbox X Series giveaway going on right now on the Read Talk and Listen platforms, all of them, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Get over there and subscribe. Subscribe on the YouTube. Hold on one second. Subscribe on the YouTube. That's going to give you an entry. Follow the Facebook page. That's going to give you an entry. Follow us on Instagram. That's going to give you another entry. What am I missing? Oh, comment and tag 2 friends. That's going to give you the 4th entry. And then your bonus and 5th entry, get over to the Carbon TV Media app. Like the Dreaded Archer. Send us a screenshot of you liking the Dreaded Archer podcast. And we're going to get you in the shoebox 5 times. That's going to be 5 chances for your name to be pulled for the Xbox Series X or X Series, however you say it. 2 controllers and Halo Infinite. Hey, we got who we got back there in the background? Hey, that boy Sarat.
I told you I was gonna come join you tonight.
What you got for us tonight, man?
Man, I was just gonna say I really do appreciate y'all. Game day. I told you today it ain't game day without Texarkana game day, and I mean that. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
most definitely.
sometimes in softball, I kind of wish y'all may not be there as much, but we'll but yeah, it's the exposure for the kids. I talk to them all. I hear all the time. Ellie, they go back. First thing they do is stay up and they watch the broadcast. They just played the game. Now they watch the broadcast. And if I think about when I was playing, like if I hit a double, like first thing I do is go home and screen record, and I'd have it. But of course, we don't. So, but no, I appreciate game day. I appreciate everything y'all do.
Most
So.
definitely, man. We love it, man. We wouldn't do it if we didn't.
You get into the game tomorrow?
It's a Thursday and it's rain. I'm a fair weather fan. I don't know. Probably not. I'll probably go on Friday. I like when to go when it means something. Like we need to clinch it, or we go into game 3. Like, I'm not. I didn't go to Van, so Fowler. He's so superstitious. Like I didn't go to game 1 and they won, so now he don't want me to go to game 1 this week. We'll see how long that goes before he tells me I can come. But shout out to them guys. They're doing a phenomenal job. Fowler's done a phenomenal job.
Definitely. It's always good when you got
getting
several Texarkana teams in the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, as far as all 3 of them still play.
All 4.
Who's the 4?
Arkansas.
Oh, yeah. All 4 of them. My bad. I did forget Arkansas High. That's on me. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. I was obviously thinking of on the Texas side, Texas High PGLE. Yeah, I wasn't. When you said 4, I was confused. So
they still Texarkana too.
They're still rocking.
No, they are. No, I can. I mean, shout out to Coach Engstrom. Me and Coach Engstrom coached together for 2 years. He went over there. They're going to the state tournament, and shout out to them. I hope nothing but success, and they can go back and win and all that. But I didn't mean to forget them. I really did, though. And I always, of course, at LE, there's 3 teams in town. We call it a 3-horse town, and that, of course, it's just the Texas side that we're talking about. Because obviously, but like I say, I think the Lakers are winning right now, like 51-50 or something. So
yeah, I figure it's gonna be pretty back and forth that whole game. What you been up to, man? You running the dogs right now? You training? You getting ready for what's going on?
Yeah, I went up a week ago. We trained. She's running blinds now. She's marking triples. I actually talked to Trey at the game about some of her training stuff, and she's rocking right along. I'm hoping to run her at the fall grand this fall if she can do right, but I don't know. I mean, I think she'll be all right. I'm ready to I ain't gonna lie to you, I never thought she was gonna be the dog that's gonna take me as far as I need to go or I want to go. I say that I don't need to do this at all, but want. But I think it's the next one. I think when I find a male that suits her bloodline and suits and what she may be lacking, he's strong at, and combine the 2, I think that's the one that's going to be the home run. And I know that. I understand. I mean, she's not as good a marker, but she's really good on handles. So I'm gonna find one that can mark and maybe put them together. It's a crapshoot. It's like rolling dice, but we'll see what happens. But no, we're fun. I mean, I'm gearing up. Summertime. Let it slow down a little bit.
All right, we all ready for that.
Hey, you got me ready to go back and start turkey hunting, man. I've been reading up on all that shit you was telling me about.
Man, I wasn't lying to you. I don't lie.
I know
I tell the truth. I tell the truth. I would give it all up to turkey hunt. No doubt about it. Football, dogs, everything. Like I'm all in. So.
Hey, I'm telling you, it's a different breed, man. It's a different type of hunting because it's all hands on. Like you got a call, and I didn't know this, but Surratt told me that a turkey can see a tick on a leaf at 300 yards away.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's how good the eyesight is to see a tick at 300 yards.
It's crazy.
So if your ass 5 yards from when you move, it's a wrap.
Well, that's the thing right here. I've been hearing y'all say this. I've heard that about turkeys, how good their vision is and how good their senses are and all this stuff my whole entire life. But then I get on YouTube and I see a cat crawling behind a damn decoy that's clearly not covering them completely up.
But they locked on the decoy. They're not locked on the ground.
Yeah, but Nick, you gotta also notice one thing. Go back and watch some videos. Watch how tall the grass is. They're not doing that out in the desert.
Yeah, I get
They
it.
in them tall ass fields. I mean, they're way up there. The fans are going. I tried that like twice. I ain't gonna lie to you, it's not as much fun as it looks. You know, when you're like, I'm gonna go stalk this one out in Missouri, you know, and you're glassing on binoculars in a field, and you start stalking about 50 yards away. You're like, you know what? I'm just gonna stop here and see if he'll come on in. My legs, because you got your gun over your shoulder. You've got one hand holding the fan. You're trying to stay behind it. It's not as much fun as it looks.
No.
And I can promise you, the only ones you've seen on YouTube are the ones that came in. There's a lot of them that's crawled all the way across the field and just scared them off, or they flew off. I mean, it ain't. You know, it's like anything else. I mean, you know, they don't. You watch a hunting show on TV, they don't show you the misses that much. I mean, it's pretty much all the kills. You know,
Yo, how do you feel about fanning? Because like right now, in the hunting world, it's kind of split. You know, states are banning fanning, and you know, some people like, you know, it's just another tool. How do you feel about it?
I'll be honest with you. If you're willing to crawl all the way across that field with a fan, you know, turkeys, in my opinion, are the hardest to kill anyway. I mean, between over deer, elk, antelope, ducks. I mean, if you can go out there and successfully kill a turkey every year, like you're doing something, in my opinion. And then you add the challenge if you try to do it with your bow, that's even harder. But I think if you can do it and it's set up, I'm all for it. I'm all for any advantage for the human, because the states already cut us down. Like, they don't let us hunt during prime breeding season because they say it's too easy to kill a turkey, kill a gobbler. When you hunt in Missouri, you have to stop hunting by 11 o'clock every day. You can't hunt after 11. Yeah, so I mean, with all the restrictions there is now, like, if I can hold a fan up and, you know, it help my chances, my odds, I'm all for it. You know, I'm not against it by no means, because there's been more than plenty of times where I thought I was going to kill a turkey and didn't. And, you know, if I thought I could have slipped the fan out and killed it, I would have, legal or not, you know, at that point in time. But I don't know, turkey hunting, I would rather like go with somebody like this is how I view it. Turkey hunting, anybody can pull a trigger,
Right.
Anybody can line a bead up on the head and pull a trigger. Anybody can do that. It's the calling, and it's the interaction, and it's this is how I explain it to people. It's the fact that I called that bird. He thought I was his kind of creature and came to me.
Right.
You know, where deer is, you do a lot of research, you scout, you do all that. But at the end of the day, if you got this buck pen that he's coming through here every day on his trail, you're going to set up on that trail. You're going to kill that deer. Hats off to you. You hunted him. You did your but he never knew you was there. Like, we're literally out there telling this turkey, like, hey, I'm over here. Come to me.
Yeah.
You know, and trying to split the difference, kind of like what I was talking to you at the game, that it's really against all of their nature for the gobbler to come to the hen. The hen's supposed to go to him. So to be able to get him to break nature and go against his natural instincts is the feeling of reward for me on killing a turkey, you know, because there's not a lot of meat on them. There's not a lot of, the prestige is getting the turkey, and obviously the spurs, if you can.
Spurs in the beard.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, now I can contest to this. I see Nick call a deer in about 200 yards. No joke.
Yeah, I'm not saying you can't, but I'm saying every time you kill a turkey, that's what you got to do.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah,
that's. I mean, it's every time. I mean, I rattled in a buck one time at 200 yards out in West Texas or wherever I was at, but you know, that was one of them, you know, fence places that y'all ain't too fans of. But what I'm saying, but yeah,
against the high fence, it's just how you represent your kill.
Yeah.
If you go to a high fence and you pay your bread and you kill that big old, you know, you get that big old racked up buck, you know what I'm saying, and you take your picture and you post on there, you know, I killed this such and such point buck at wherever outfitters, and you tag it like that, and you put it out there. Cool, do your thing. But if you go in and pan, and you only filming from this certain angle, and you only, and you're not really showing that you're in a high fence, and you take the picture of your book or whatever, and I've been watching this book, whatever, and you tell your little
Hashtag
story.
public land.
That's where the problem starts to come in.
No, I can tell you, with my profession that I have, I may have 2 weekends out of the whole year where I can actually go hunting. And maybe I'm lazy, maybe I'm not a true backwoods hunter, whatever you want to call me. But if I can up my chances and go into a ranch, kill my deer, yes, I did it at a ranch and all that. Yeah, I mean, but I can tell you, I've done it enough. You can show me a picture. I'll tell you if that deer came off of a ranch. Or
Yeah.
I'll listen to their story just so they can make sure that they got it right for the next guy they're trying to lie to. But I know. I mean, and I've never portrayed it anything than what it was. Now, like I was telling Trey about, we went up Minnesota hunting. It was like 300 acres. It was the worst experience ever. Like, I didn't like none of it. Won't go back. That's too small for me. They call them preserves. Like, I won't go on a preserve. Preserves are small. If they call them a ranch down here, I feel like this. If it's over 5,000 acres,
you don't see that. They free game at that point.
That's free game.
The fence is to keep the people out, not the deer in.
Yep.
In my opinion. So I mean, I've hunted on some that's 5,000. I've hunted on some that's 1,400. That one up there was 300. But I've never portrayed it as more than it is. I mean, I know what I'm doing. I know how it worked out. It is what it is. Like, I went out there. I wanted, and basically, honestly, it's $3,500 for some wall decoration. That's kind of cool. I mean, that's all it is. I mean, and that's okay. I'm not I guess an avid hunter as y'all are by no means. Because I'm not going up there backpacking.
I have high fence in my future. Like, I have it. Like, it's a planned thing I want to do. I'm going to do it, but it'll be portrayed as such. And that's
hey, I'll tell you, there's nothing better than like waking up, breakfast is cooked, there's a guy sitting in the Ranger, it's already warmed up. You go, they drop you off. You hunt with this guy. He tells you what to shoot. You shoot it. You pull the trigger. You get back in the Ranger. They go find it. They bring it. It is extremely nice. Don't get me wrong. I can see how people get used to it and people want to act. But at the end of the day, like, I know what it is. I tell them I know what it is. Like, But, and I'll be honest. Like, I want to kill a deer with double drop times. Like, that's my. If when I was in school and you learn how to draw a deer, like I drew the deer with double drop times. Like, I want junk hanging off of both sides. So if I ever had an opportunity and enough money and all that, and I could pick a deer out at a ranch that had double drop times walking around, I'd probably. But I know what it is. Like, I know I'm going down there for that deer.
Yeah,
I know I'm going to bring him back because I want to look at him on the wall, and I want to have that memory. I want to have that memory of, when he came out. Because at the end of the day, it may be in a ranch, it may be wild or whatever. He still walked out in the lane. My heart still started beating fast.
You gotta make
still had to lay that. Yeah, I still had to lay down on him. I still had to put the scope on him. I still had to squeeze the trigger. All that still, and that's no different if you're hunting Wright Patman core land or, Ohio Valley Basin, whatever that ranch is up there. That's no different. It's just your opportunity is what you're paying for. You're not paying for your skill.
Yep,
exactly.
But
you can still miss too. That's what people don't. That's what people don't put out there. You can still miss.
I'm telling you right now, like I have missed. Y'all are looking at somebody right now that has missed. I have missed. I mean, and it is what it is. I think I was like 17 years old. I was like a 165 walked out, and like, that's the biggest deer I've ever seen in my life. Like, that guy was like, "You want him?" Like, "Yeah, I want him." Like, the sun ain't even up good. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're done. Like, this is a wrap. And I shot right over his back twice. And it's crazy. Like, they're like, "Well, you don't get to hunt again until we make sure you didn't get him. I'm like, guys, he stood there. Like, he stood there. Like, this is a 300 win bag. Like, he ain't going to stand there.
Didn't get him. I
Yeah,
can tell you.
I know I
Yeah,
didn't
I
get
mean,
him.
I know. You know, the worst feeling ever is we went on a hunt one time. My buddy drew blood.
Mm.
That's bad.
Normally, when you draw blood, it's a wrap.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
Over with.
Now, I will say this. Somebody pays $3,500 and there's some tick of blood on a rock. You ain't never seen a better deer dog in the country. He will be on his hands and knees. I mean, he looked until the hunt. I mean, it was over. Like he looked until we had to leave. Like, you know, he's sitting there like driving on 4-wheeler around the whole fence, like walking across this place and all that. And he hit the deer, but it wasn't a
Ah,
fatal
baby.
hit. Like he cut his leg, you know. So, but them guys, they'll put you up, you know. And I mean, you shoot beforehand and all that. That's probably the most nervous part of the hunt, of the whole experience, is you got this random guy standing over your shoulder, watching you shoot a target. Like if you can shoot, you know. You're like, man, I've been doing this my life. Now I got to prove to you that I can shoot. You know,
I done
but
paid you, man. Take me out.
yeah, no, I mean, it is what it is. But the high fence is good. I mean, I got 2 places here I hunt, but you know, a lot of times, you know, it's just the hustle and bustle of my profession, and
Yeah.
you know, I don't have time to go out there and fill up feeders. I don't have time to sit there and scout and do all that. I will say scout is a lot easier because now they just send pictures to my phone,
Yep.
and I can look and see what I got. But you know, that pisses me off too because like I'm in class teaching, and like my phone goes off and there's a buck right there, and I'm like, man, I gotta go. Like I'm sick. Like I gotta go.
I
Like,
gotta get up out
you
of here.
know. But no, it is what it is. I mean, I like it, but yeah, Trey, we're gonna have to hook up. Y'all gonna have to come hunting with me down here.
Hey, I'm down for it. You know me. I'm down. I
Y'all
know
gonna have
Nick
to come.
down.
Y'all gonna have to come hunt. I at least gotta come see my dog. I'm telling you, she's a bad little girl, but she'll roll. But we'll put some deer on, you know. But you know, there's a lot of hunts. Like if you call them places, Nick, like you call them and tell them like, hey, I want to do like footage for your place and all that, and fly the drone and do all that. Like let me shoot a management buck and a doe and a javelina. Like you'd be surprised how many people are like, yeah, man, come on. Like they got more than they can handle. Like
Yeah.
every time I've ever been on one of them hunts out in West Texas, they're like, you know, you shoot the one, and then they're like, man, you want another one, like a management buck? Like we got an 8-point over here that ain't very good. Well, yeah, how much? You're like, man, if you'll go shoot him, like we're good. Like we just need somebody to kill him,
Still tastes good.
you know. And I'm like, all right,
He still
you
tastes
know.
good.
And
Still
then
tastes
you know,
good.
you shoot your 2 doe, and then you know shoot as much javelina as you can see, but or wild turkey, you know, because in the fall out west you can shoot them with a rifle. You know, and just they come out and you shoot them, but no, I appreciate y'all at game day. I wanted to get on here and tell y'all that. I know sometimes
Sure,
Nick,
man.
me and you have some conversations that just make you laugh, but
yeah, might make somebody cry.
it might, but it all comes from a laughing place, you know. It is what it is. I understand everything, and you know, but we do it. LE kids, I can vouch for them. They appreciate when y'all show up, and you know, everybody wants to be on game day. Everybody wants to see what's going on, and they want to be the star, you know. Because I mean, this is essentially, you know, I tell kids all the time, like, hey, you go Division II, like game day was the last time your stuff's getting broadcasted, buddy.
Yep.
Like, this is the
I
last.
mean, no, not me. Not if you go
It's
to
getting
like,
better
it's getting
nowadays, though, I
because,
guess. It's
I
getting
know
It
better.
is.
like SAU, Henderson, Wichita, they're all live streaming their games now.
No, it is, but I've watched one of them. It ain't as good production as game
No,
day.
I ain't. No, all you get is a camera set up and it's running.
Shout out to the
Hey, and
swimming
I will
pool.
say this: I will pay $70 for game days footage before I give NFHS another dime of my money. Like I'll drive to the stadium and watch it live because it's just like 2 kids. It's like they're calling the game like remotely. Like I don't know, man. It's bad. Like I ain't trying to talk about nobody, but I'm trying to talk about them because it's bad. Like it
Like,
is.
ain't able.
No, but like my thing is, if you go call a game, like I don't need to know number 21. Like his like 21 on the run. Like yeah, we know what number it is. Like what's this kid's name? You know, like we got that. I mean, I can see the jersey number, but not you know when I go follow my uncle, you know, he'll go play some off games, and it's like it's on NFHS, and I'm like, Man, I'll just get on Smokey and find the score. Like I ain't paying to watch that. You know,
Is that still a thing?
Smokey, yeah.
But
yeah,
hey,
Smokey is. Yeah.
back in the Gap, it used to get popping on
It's
Smokey,
not as
man.
ruthless as it was.
It used
Here's-
to get popping.
So here's what's killed Smokey. Trey, what is Nick? What is that app? Is it Friday Night Football or whatever?
Yeah.
That killed Smokey because that's where
Wow.
all the trash talk is now.
I guess I don't ever see talking on there, but I haven't been on there in like a year or two.
Well, you don't remember? Okay, so crazy story. They had to cut off the comments because of the fans. Like some schools out in the Metroplex, I can't even call their names. Like they planned on the app to meet up after the game and fight. And there was a huge parking lot brawl, and it was all on this app. So they just shut it down. Shut down the comment section for 6 weeks. I'm like, y'all couldn't just cancel out them, but no, it's came back. But everybody used to get on their Smokey, and find the Friday night scores. Now it's just like ESPN app. They're
Yep.
all over the place. So I'm sure Game Day uses that for their scores. And
Smokey used
I
to
feel
get
like
crazy.
Smokey didn't keep up with the times. They should have been in an Instagram page and a Facebook page. And
here's the problem with Smokey and any of those apps from a coach standpoint. There's no police in it.
yeah,
Yeah.
Like they can get on there and just go crazy and talk about any coach, talk about his family, talk about his kids. So Smokey and Friday, it's never really been supported by coaches
Yeah.
because it's like y'all just gonna let people get on there and say whatever they want, spread all these rumors. Coaches, we're not down for that. At least when it's an entity like Game Day or somebody like that, or if somebody gets on there talking crazy, I can call somebody up and be like, hey man, y'all gonna let somebody just be on, y'all gonna put this out there, And so that's why Smokey, from coach's standpoint, I ain't gonna lie, I'll still get on there and see what the drama is. If a coach gets fired, I'll get on there and see the topic. All right, what'd he do? Who's getting hired here? But for the most part, I'm on there probably once every 3 or 4 months. If a job opens, because them people know who's going to get hired before we do.
yep.
Yeah.
And
And doing that research.
if you really do a lot of research, 95, I don't want to say 95, I'm going to say 60% of the time, it's other coaches on there that have made a handle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
The shadow
A
account.
little burner, yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Nothing wrong with
and
the
I'm
burner.
like, and it is them. You're like, oh, okay. So, but well, all right, guys. Well, I'm gonna let y'all at it. But man, I appreciate y'all. I just want to get on here and tell y'all that. So,
Most definitely,
Sure,
man.
man,
We
we appreciate
appreciate you coming through.
hey, good luck to y'all.
Appreciate it, man.
too.
Appreciate it. Cam, get him out of here.
Hey man, Smokey, let me tell you about Smokey, man. So when I got hurt my junior year, there was a whole thread of people saying when I'm coming back, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There was some cat, and I cannot remember his name, but he was the big, not a big guy, but he was one of the people that always starting shit. I remember him saying "Oh yeah, I talked to Miss Reed and Trey's doing well. He'll be back in 2 weeks." And I'm like, bro, I'm been cut 2 or 3 times. I am not coming back, and you ain't not calling my mom. Just saying stuff. Oh yeah, I spoke to him the other day. He's doing well. He said he's out catching routes. Ryan even walking.
Yeah, Smokey used to get real, and everybody couldn't handle it.
No,
There was different times for sure back then.
it was the Wild West, but hey, they wasn't doxing back then. I'm sure if it was still a thing now, people be doxing. Man, this coach live on some McKnight Road.
Oh yeah, they be definitely putting that shit out there right now for sure. Pull up on him. You think he that bad of a coach? Pull up on his ass.
I hear you shop at Super One on Thursdays.
Straight like that. Hey man, but y'all know I gotta have it. Cam, I guess we gotta figure out. You can come right here by the mic, by that mic or whatever. But I gotta get my mental health checks, man. 1 through 10. How y'all boys feeling this week, man? Personally, what's going on in your personal life? Physically, you taking care of yourself, man, and then business wise, what you got coming up next?
Man, personally, man, I feel good. I've been back home for about 2 weeks. Head clear. Just I don't know. It's something about being back in your own environment, even though this pollen is messing me up. But being back in your own environment, getting my creative juices back flowing. I got some crazy ideas for the podcast coming up, and I'll talk about that in the business part of it. But personally, man, being around family and friends, man, just kicking it. I'm about a 10 right now, man. I feel good. Physically, I've been chilling, going to eat lunch with y'all every day. Really ain't been working out. Really ain't been following no diet. Just chilling. So I got to get back on that as soon as I get back to South Dakota. So physically, I don't feel bad. So I'm saying I'm about an 8 right now. You know, so I got a little head cold, but I'm good. But business wise, man, just dropped a sweet episode with Hacks and Hunts. What's Braxton, bro? Great show. Go check it out on Carbon TV. The show with Miss Julie McQueen, the president of Carbon TV, is doing well. Got people just steady hitting me up, ready to get on the show. Got a new show coming out, or not a new show, but a new episode. We'll be doing a 2023 uh, archery deer hunting draft, and we're gonna have some guys on that. I'm sure Nick will be on that panel, and we gonna draft our equipment for the year and have the fans vote on who had the best draft, and then I'm gonna follow up with people. You know what I'm saying, during the year leading up to the preseason, leading up to the season, talking about, you know what I'm saying, how's your equipment working. So we're gonna see how that goes, and I think it's gonna be pretty cool. I took that idea from another podcast, and uh so I'm gonna introduce you to the archery world, all about the crossover, you know what I'm saying? So business wise, man, I'm at a 10 right now, man. I just love everything going on. Just can't wait to get out and actually start hunting, and can't wait to get out the tack and meet everybody and, catch up, you know what I'm saying? Network.
So, Cam, what you got for me?
Pass the mic. Pass the mic. First of all, I want to say, this was a momentous occasion, getting the RTL all in one room. And shout out to my punk ass internet provider for making this shit look bad. I think we're pretty sure we got it recorded, so we may have to cut some clips out, and so y'all can see, how nice it was looking, crisp and clean. But man, financially, payday week, so bills is paid. On to the next. Physically, man, I'm feeling good. I think the knees back healed up. Ain't been giving me as many problems. It's the time of year where we start getting active again out here on these fields, out here doing this camera work, getting warmed up, trying to get acclimated to this heat that's aluminum lurking around. I'm not ready for it, but I am fed up with the rain. So any change in the weather is a welcome one. And what I say, physically, business wise, just having Trey down here, and not so much him. So shout out for him for sure. We're getting to spend extra time with him, but just having a person around with a different mindset that hasn't gone through the trial and errors of different things that we do content wise, and just having ideas. And it might be an idea that we've had before, but we knew that there was always a holdback, and just him not having experienced that, coming through and saying, "Hey, well, did you think about doing this?" Well, no, I didn't, but that really might work. And so that's just kind of opened up some new ideas for possibilities and things going forward for work and for pastime, hobbies and stuff. So a real big help and contribution to the Blind Waterfowl podcast. We were talking about them earlier. Brian Bolton, Garrett Camp. That's another podcast style show that I've been working with for a little while now. They've kind of switched up their look based off suggestions of Nick and Trey. It's definitely looking a lot better, not having to deal with as much BS and setting up their set like they were doing. And it's all done, remotely. So, we can go to these conventions, these expos and things, and really give a different perspective that we couldn't before. But before, it was kind of geared more towards just sponsors and kind of, like you said, demo their equipment stuff. And now it's more of the experiences with the equipment. So that's kind of what they're pushing for, and I think it's going to be really good. So shout out to those guys, and I really appreciate them having me as being a part of that. Bolt is very detail oriented. He's an easy guy to work with. He just kind of sets you in the right direction and aims it for you, and you just pull the trigger and make it happen. So for all those people that's watching, if you want to check out something a little bit different than the Dreaded Archer but hunting related, they do mostly waterfowl. They do some deer hunting as well. Ties it all in, some turkey hunting and some fishing. going on in the spring and summer months. So that's the Blind Waterfowl Podcast. You can find it on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and of course, Apple Podcasts and Spotify, where you can also find the Dreaded Archer Podcast and the Read Talk and Listen. We appreciate all of our fans. And man, yeah, we just having our way, man. I'm gonna steal your tagline. We're having our way. Summertime, it's up. We're getting it in. I didn't think, 9 months ago, whenever I was just commenting as a weekly watcher, because my homeboy had a podcast from work, that we'd be sitting in my studio, and I say that very loosely, over here shooting podcasts. But it is what it is, and put a little effort in, a little belief in yourself, and you can do what you want to do.
Big facts, man. Yeah, I didn't know whenever you first started, messing with the show, man. I was just like, hey man, Cam know how to do all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Cam know how to do everything on the background. Cam know how to do this. So hey, I'm gonna see if he want to sit in one day. You know what I'm saying? And obviously the rest is history, man. We're here doing this now. Like you said, man, we're just having our way. For myself, man, personally, been a great week for me. And especially from a content standpoint, had a lot of stuff that needed to be done in a pretty quick, timely manner. Even had to wake up a little bit earlier than normal, way earlier than normal one day, and we just been able to get it in, man, and team effort, recording it, chopping it up, and everything like that, and everything is just falling in line. Music is syncing up with the videos by putting a song on a video, and it's immediately just syncing up where I want it to be at right now. So I mean, personally, man, I'm just gonna say a 10. I never really say that, but I'm gonna give myself a 10 right there on a personal scale. My daughter turns 2 this weekend, man. I've been a dad for 2 whole years.
Ooh, yep.
Wow, man. Wow. So I'm super excited about that. 10, man. 10 personally for sure, man. Physically, I'm feeling good. I've been eating a lot better. Just trying to stay on that path. Workouts, training actually starts. Where I'm the trainer, actually starts here in the next month or so. So I'm ready to be back around those kids. You know what I'm saying? Be ready to be back in that gym setting. You know what I'm saying? Because our brain, I always talk about that when it comes to losing weight and stuff like that. Our brain's such a huge part of that. And just being in that setting every day and stuff like that is going to be not only huge for those kids from getting taught, but huge for me. Also, just from a mentality standpoint, man. So physically, man, I feel great. I'll give myself an 8-9 right there in the physical department. And then business wise, I mean, I couldn't be more happy. Anytime we can get together, everybody, we all get together and bounce ideas off, and things feel like the ball starts rolling a little bit faster. We're texting back and forth all the time. And sometimes that's where the idea stops. But then whenever we're all around each other, it's like, hey, you remember what I said yesterday or whatever, and then boom, a prototype or a picture or a graphic or whatever comes out of it.
Yep.
It just makes it a lot easier and a lot smoother, man. So definitely been good to be able to bounce everything off, man. Obviously, we doing the podcast from the Killer Studios today, man. Can't be more happy about that, man. It's hard to get in the same room. It's hard to find public places last minute. So to have somewhere we can come and do a live podcast all in the same room, man, that's huge. What else? What we got on? We got the Xbox giveaway going on right now. I mentioned that all previous in the show. Scroll on the page. Actually, it's pinned to the top, so you don't even got to scroll. Find that graphic. Follow the rules. Get yourself in all 5 entries, man, to win that Xbox, because you don't want to have that. Even if it's just to give it as a gift, it's free. So you know what I'm saying. Take it. Take your chances and get in that, man. What else we got rolling on the RTL? We got the shirt. We're gonna go ahead and announce the shirt winner coming up here in the next week or so.
Yep.
Go ahead and announce the shirt winner for that. Get those rolling. So the RTL merch will be here, man. Tons of more giveaways coming up. The Xbox is not the last giveaway. I promise you, we got something already cooking. To come right after the Xbox. So y'all might as well get in where you fit in. And have a chance to snatch up some of these things, man. But business-wise, man, I'm going to go ahead and say 10 right there, because it's the summer. It's the time where I thrive the most. my type of weather, man, and I'm ready to get there. And we doing what we want to do right now. So I'm gonna keep it right there. We have it our way. I'm gonna give it a 10 business wise.
Definitely, most definitely.
Besides that, man, y'all got any last words for the people?
Hey man, I'm gonna keep saying it. If you want to be successful in anything you do, find the price, pay the cost. A lot of sacrifices gotta be made, and you just gotta do what you gotta do to achieve that goal. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it might mean eating little beans and cornbread and beans and rice to get where you gotta go. Just know it's only temporary.
That boy Fid says the next giveaway is a Hellcat. You must be giving it away.
You must be giving it away.
When y'all see us giving away a Hellcat, that means y'all
Fed sponsored it.
Exactly. Y'all see us giving away a Hellcat, then that means drive. I might have to see what I'm driving. That's what. Yeah, exactly. But you know what I gotta say, man. Be vigilant. Summertime's coming, man. Y'all know what comes with the summer. Be vigilant. Know who your kids playing with. Know the parents of the kids your kids playing with, man. When you're walking in and out of these stores, notice who around. Somebody following you around. Exactly. Notice that. Pick up on that. Keep everybody safe. Keep your kids a little bit closer, man. Hug your loved ones a little bit tighter, man. 2023 summer, man. Let's make it a hot one. We're not gonna stop putting out this content. We got a lot of stuff on the way. Y'all just bear with us and stick with us, man. And we're gonna get it done.
For sure.
Hey, with all that being said, this is season 5, episode 15 of the Reed Talking Listen podcast. I'm your host, Nick Reed, along with my brother and co-host Trey Reed, Killer Cam on the ones and twos. We are out.
What? I mean, it's been turning up with her. The girl around us and she loving her. If we don't know you, don't go close to her. If you